got the roots, he let the beats build, bitch. And we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section. Cause they can't touch what they can't see. All I gotta do is be the same me. All I gotta do is keep it G. Always be the same me. While I'm solid, boy, they can't change me. No.
What's going on, man? We live from the boxing section, man. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Man. So what's going on, everybody, man? How y'all feel tonight, man? We live, baby. We get straight to it. So this week we got Undisputed. With the Undisputed bout this week. This should be good, man. It should be a good one. I'm excited about it. We finally get to get the Undisputed champion at 154. I think Jermell Charlo, if he's Jermell Charlo that we're used to seeing, he goes away with it. Hold on real quick. Yeah, so it should be a good one. What's up, big boy? Okay, hold on. If y'all want to join the panel, the link is in the chat. Hold on, right back. Hold on real quick.
I talk that shit to my hood, how we done lost it all. Had some good and bad times, never thought we would fall. It's like we even up the score, then we missed the ball. Hey, what's up, UB? Hey, what's up?
I was listening to your show all day.
You was?
Yep.
What's up, baby? See the camera? What you do today in school? What you do? In the streets and they what you do? I know you just did. What to you my do? Dreams down a long haul. Obstacles in my way, I start to fucking crawl. Gotta get it by any means, just a casting call. Free the gang that's behind the walls. Say it twice, let you know that I mean it, dog. Come from
All right. We back. The link should be in the chat. Let me put this in. Let me see. Let me do this again. All right, the link is in the chat. All right, let me run through these names real quick, man. Jalen, D-Man Jr., Mir, what's going on, big dog? Santos, he just called me. You gotta check his shit. Rob G Film, what's going on with it, man? Eli Zachary. JFL. Let's see. Brent Jones, salute to my brother. A17 Boxing.
What's going on, gentlemen? How everybody feeling tonight? Talk to me.
Fellas, what's going on? What's going on, man?
What's happening, bro?
We got contact. You got contact. What to do, man?
What's up, man? How y'all feel, man?
Man, feeling like 53, sitting on 54 meals. Shout out to Asian man.
How y'all feel? Man.
Who's that jumped off?
That was DJ that hopped off. I think he'll hop back on in a second. Hey,
Kyle, I want to ask you a question, bro.
What's going on, G?
Do you think the lack of coverage that Charlo receiving, I mean, let's be honest, like you said, like it's been said, you got a unification going on. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucking undisputed fight. And, what he said, I mean, we talked about it at length on different shows. What he said coming back to bite him in the ass, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah, that's what
saying?
that's the big effect of it. Unfortunately, I mean, we as true boxing fans, we're gonna watch it anyway. But the casuals who like Wilder, see what these fighters got to understand. They're sharing the same fan base. If these fighters like Wilder, they like 9 times out of 10, they like another black fighter that's on the PBC. That's a headliner.
Fact.
And when they get to pooping on each other, man, they killing each other's fan base and they kill they selves, So this is what he's done to himself, man. Unfortunately, but I think he's gonna be all right for the most part. I'm sure the city probably show up and buy some tickets and check the fight out. But good thing it's not a pay-per-view fight. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. But I mean, let's be honest here. You can't continue to just be, I mean,
No.
Houston is a large city. Don't get me wrong. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But as far as boxing goes, I mean, Houston is not where everybody's going to watch boxing matches. You're not gonna get the
Right.
big names to come to Houston. It just ain't been made a spot like that.
Yeah.
We
I
had
think
fighters.
I heard on the barbershop. I thought they were fighting in San Antonio.
Right.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I think they fighting in San Antonio.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
The same
again,
difference though.
right, and they using the San Antonio play for the Mexican fan base. You know that
Right.
to sell more tickets. So I mean, as far as moving forward with their career or whatnot, I mean, they're gonna have to do some damage control. The Fury fight was going to be a flashpoint for so many reasons, and that was going to be one as well for me. How were they going to react in that space? Because all the fighters was gonna be there, bro. Everybody's gonna come together. Mike Carpenter, all them motherfuckers, they're gonna have to, they're gonna have to step up for the shit that they said too, and all the rest of them, So, with that fight being delayed, a lot of heat gonna go away from that. But I'm just looking at, like I said, shit, he going for all 4 belts, and I mean, shit, it's almost like the fight ain't going down this weekend. So I truly think he feeling the effects of it, man. And I don't know, me as a boxing, I consider myself, not a casual, you know what I mean, a real boxing fan. But I'm having a dilemma on whether, I'm glad that it's on Showtime, but I'm still not, too sure if I'm a tune in, bro.
Yeah,
They ain't working. I'm watching it.
It's something about holding that slave ass belt above his brother, holding that slave ass belt above his head, and him saying what he's saying after they experience the shit they experience in that gym and other things, being black men. How can you even fix your mouth to say that shit, bro?
Mm-hmm.
And A17, man, I was with you, and I'm still kind of with you now about everything. What he's including things he said, with the race not mattering and all that. But you get strange opinions. Well, not strange opinions, but you get different opinions from people that you wouldn't necessarily think that you would get it from. Like, we was talking to Trey one night. He was like, "Why are we listening to anything that Charlo say? They crazy people."
Facts.
And when he said that, it's like a light bulb clicked to me. It was like, you're right. And that's why I was a fan of them, because I thought they were legit crazy people. And you have to have a couple screws loose to want to fight people for a living.
Facts.
So,
I mean, we all understand, bro. I mean, there are very, it's very you have to be calculated when it comes to putting cameras in front of certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like Javante ain't articulate. A lot of
that ain't true. That ain't true.
Well, okay, listen.
He's gotten a lot better. He's got a lot better.
He's gotten a lot better,
but
but Javante didn't want to be talking in front of them cameras, especially in them settings, in them press conferences, right? I mean, let's be honest. If he's sitting down doing an interview with you, Kyle, or somebody like that, he's gonna be more comfortable. You feel me? So, because we know where he's coming from. Even though
comfort makes them they're more articulate when they're more comfortable.
Absolutely. So in those press conference situations, Right. You see Floyd step up and say some things, you know what I mean? Because not just necessarily, I mean, we all understand he loved the shine and want the cameras to be on his ass at all times too. But
he
he
had
be
to grow
trying
with
to
it too.
yeah, but he be trying to protect him. You know what I'm saying? So let's add that in there. The Charlos ain't ones to be putting cameras in front of, bro. They ain't gonna say shit thoughtful.
I don't know if y'all remember, but a while back, I said something about the Charlos, especially Jamel. You know how he tilts his head over to one side most of the time, right? Now, how many cats do we know in the hood that had that tilt? And every last one of them got a little crazy side to them.
Crazy as hell. Crazy as hell.
We already knew, you know, when they got that tilt in their head like that, they're a little thrown off, man. All them cats look thrown off like that. Everyone I ever known.
Like even when they cool, they just seem mad all the damn time. Man, what's up, bro?
Always look like they ready to go.
Right, always look like they ready to go, man. Like, man, what wrong with you? Man, old fuck ass nigga, man. Bro, you just woke up, bro. It's 11 o'clock, man.
Yeah. I always talking aggressive about, you know, like they ready for some action, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why I said they legit crazy people, dog. I don't think him and his brother are legit crazy people, man.
Facts.
Yeah, specifically Jamel, though. More so than Jamal. Jamal, they both got it. But Jamel, that motherfucker got that tick. Because if you notice, he said it in them interviews. Like, he's like, I've always been the more serious one. Because I just recently stopped dating a twin. She was a good twin. And you know, every twins, they had that good twin, that evil twin. The one I was dating was a good twin. Her sister was evil as fuck. And Jamel is that evil fuck twin.
Facts.
They both got that tough. They both got that twitch shit, but he got it worse. Because you notice, I don't know if y'all seen that All Access. You seen that All Access.
Yeah,
and, you know, they had their little riff recently and shit, right? But you see when it came time, when he came to you know, see his brother. But you remember when he was listening to his brother, they was listening to his brother saying, Jamal was saying how, when it all said and done, I want my brother here and so on and so forth. And he was looking at that shit. Like, you saw how he was looking at that shit like, all right, it took that for him to really feel a certain type of way to make sure I'm pretty sure he still would have went, but him hearing that one, because, see, they twins, they got a certain bond, the motherfuckers got. Because like I said, I just was with a twin for 5 years, and they got a certain bond. And when he said that, he knows we all look at them as rough and crazy and shit, but he knows Jamal is the softer twin. He know that shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's why he went and see the fight. And you saw how happy Jamal was when he seen him come in? You see the look in his face? You see that look in his face?
I think that affected him too. Not to cut you off, but I think that affected him. You're right, bro.
Yep, absolutely.
I think not having him in camp affected him, and he didn't look as great with Montiel because of it.
And think about it. And remember he said, you remember Jamal said, I want us both to be there. He said, but I'm willing to step back to let him shine.
Facts. That's big bro shit.
Like, I'm willing to let him shine more. And when that made the evil one feel like, all right.
Hey, Best cool. Hey, Best Fusion, if you remember, some weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I said that shit, bro. I was like, say, when you're a twin like that, all your life is overshadowed by what y'all do. You're never allowed to be an individual. And Mel got that shit bad.
He got that shit.
You know, and it's understandable. It's like, shit, you want your own shine at some point, but him not being that person to really articulate that and get it across, he have to calm down before he can get it across. And he said it in the All Access this past week. He said that, like, shit, it's always like, I love being a twin, but y'all don't understand what comes with being a twin. Like, every time, like, we both at this high level, so all eyes is on both. It's not like with Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner say, shit, I'm twin. I'm going back to being twin. Like, we gonna kick ass together. But him and his brother, they split at the street shit because he always had boxing that where he excelled at, and that was his shit. With these two, it's not one of their shit. It's both of them. If one of them
used to box too, though.
But I'm saying Adrian excelled at it. But
Facts.
when one messed up and they both at this level, both of them get the blame. When one excels, both of them in the ring together shine. And a man like shit, I just want to be my own man for a point in time in my life. Earlier in his career, not even a couple of years ago, he said he loved what his brother had with his family and everything, and he always gave his brother props. You know, but shit, it's like, damn, I want my own shit. When it was his brother's chance to shine, when he moved up to 160 and he was a 2 division champ, and he was going after Canelo, shit, he was right there behind him. But then when he had the bout against Harrison, and they had to flip a coin for who was there, you could see it in Jamel. Jamel was like, I always have to fight second. You know, so that was the beginning of him saying, I want my time to be ahead sometime too. You know,
we lumped them in by accident. You're right, brother. We lumped them in by accident all the time when one makes another accomplishment. Old Spit Bucket Bucko, what I call him, H Funny. He even did it tonight on the barbershop. You know, he gave one Charlo credit, then he lumped both of them in. When Jamal pretty much, I mean, he been getting a lot of heat for not, fighting anybody at 160. You know what I mean? While Jamel is doing work at 154. And I'm not saying Jamal ain't doing work at 160. You know what I'm saying? He's taking what's coming to him. And we know how, the landscape is and how he getting, fucked around. Triple G hide, Murata hide. You know what I mean?
Bro, Triple G. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm going to say this real quick with your point. Yeah. Triple G, Murata, none of them resumes are any better than Jamal's.
Absolutely.
So it's fuck them. I mean, Karabov beat Usaki at 168, who Benavidez is getting ready to fight. Derevchenko gave Daniel Jacobs and Triple G Hill, who Jamal already beat. Brandon Adams is on the rise. He been doing his thing ever since that loss. The man got a solid resume.
He's solid.
Trout gave Canelo hell. Goddamn
Trout damn near beat Canelo if it
that's
wasn't
what I'm
for that
fucking saying.
round.
He damn near beat Canelo, and then you can't forget about J-Rock. Hell, J-Rock was right there, a fucking unified champion at 154. And what Jamal do? He beat him. That's five fucking fighters that right there in the mix with everybody else that he beat.
Couldn't have said it better.
Fact.
Couldn't have said it better. Word.
So I always been of the mind that, hey, brothers, you've done enough. Fight amongst yourselves. Quit chasing that motherfucking Mexican over these weights. Because really, you're making fools of yourselves. And then, not only that, you're back doing and you're giving him praise while he's ducking you. You taking the hard road, getting in spots to be mandatories over 2 weights, and the man duck you over 2 weights. You can't stand Andre, and I get it, but he ducked that man over 3 weights. So I don't, Andrade, he contractually got to kiss ass. You feel what I'm saying? Contractually, he got to kiss that ass, but I just don't get it. These brothers are great in the ring, outside the ring. They don't need to be in front of a microphone till they have some PR people or an OG really sit them down and try to direct them through some shit. And it's just sad to me how they don't take advantage of great platforms like this, the barbershop, Blue, and so on and so forth, because they could be so much more than what they are.
Yeah. So my thing with the Charlos is H Money been talking shit about the Charlos. Well, Jamal.
Somebody got an echo bad, man.
Until it benefit his ass, yeah.
That's Santos.
Yeah, when it benefits him, you know what I'm saying, then he'll talk about the Charlos.
Now he love ever since Jamel did the shit with Deontay Wilder, now he love the motherfucker.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Slime ass. But that's another thing.
I don't think that's me echoing, bro.
You don't think so? Not this time?
I'm on a Beat GX 450, man. It's a Parrot, man. That's what us truckers drive with 24 hours of talk time and clarity in the background. You dig?
Hey, that was a commercial.
I know it.
I'm about to say flex on the nigga, Santos. Let them know that ain't my shit.
Normally,
I'm good, man.
But yeah, man, the thing with Demetrius Andrade, bro, it's like he can't win for losing, man. It's like he just sit back and be quiet because I don't think he got the gift of gab. I was saying it earlier on Fred's show. I was like, I don't think he got the gift of gab, man. I don't think he know how to really talk shit to really get that man in the ring, dog. Because somebody brought it up before. You remember how Aslandy Lara was pulling up on Canelo, and he eventually got the fight.
He had to.
I mean, so Demetrius Andrade need to take a page out of that playbook, take a couple plays out that playbook. Like I'm saying, go talk to Marlon Wayans or Shannon Briggs. Or you gotta pull a Shannon Briggs, dog. I don't care, man. You gotta pull up in Mexico on this man. Pull up on his training camp, dog. You ain't got a fight coming up, man. The way Shannon Briggs used to pull up on Klitschko in his training camps. Like, man, do what you got to do to get that man in the ring, dog. He disrespected your family, so disrespect his family. Do what you got to do, man. So, because he's running out of time, dog. I will say he's at the end of his prime. Your prime is what, from like 28 to what, 34? I want to say.
Shit,
so he's running out of time, dog. Don't let these people age you out before they start trying to fight you.
Well, that's exactly what they're trying to do. I mean, for me, like looking at all these fighters, I see it going on in the chat and everybody saying it. Bro, I hate when it's one fighter that we like and we tear the other one down, especially when they our fighters, our black fighters. You know, for me, like Andrade, talented as fuck. He ain't got the fights. For whatever reason, one way or another, ain't nobody got to lie and say Andrade ain't got no fault in this, but is Andrade a real solid fighter? Hell yeah, he a real solid fighter. But he a real solid fighter. You know, he passed the eye test. We haven't seen him in the top tier fights, in the greatest fights, but a good fighter. You know, and he got a hell of a resume. I'm not gonna take that shit away from him because I'm pulling for Spence. I'm not gonna take that away from Andrade because I'm pulling for Jamal or Jamel. You know,
I ain't gonna say he got a hell of a resume, bro. He got a hell of accomplishments. He ain't got a hell of a resume, but he is a great fighter.
That part. His accomplishments. You know, we can give him his respect for his accomplishments and shit without trying to tear somebody down. Because when your favorite fighter fight that fighter, you're gonna want him to get all credit in the world. So shit.
Absolutely.
If you doing your fucking thing and people just not fighting you like they not fighting Haney, I'm not gonna sit up here and say, man, Haney trash, bro. He ain't fought nobody. Man, these motherfuckers not fighting him. Same way they not fighting Maul, bro. We holding our fighters to a standard, and yes, I do want them to go ahead and fight because I'm tired of them not having no big fights. But at the same time, when you look at that shit, we still gotta call it for what it is. Canelo ducked that dude. GGG ducked that dude. Saunders ducked them dudes. You know, Saunders bullshitted and got 2 fucking a drug test violation and a fucking and suspended for that shit he said about that girl and got the fight. But you sitting up here saying something about Andrade resume.
Now, and you absolutely right. And I get a lot of heat, you know, from different people behind different points of view, right? But sometimes some shit is earned. You feel what I'm saying? I believe Bud is a very talented fighter. I believe he's a very talented fighter. But you can't tell me some shit for so long before you have to show me, bro. You feel me? And for what he been showing me against who he been showing me what he been saying compared to what he been displaying and who he been displaying it against, yeah, I'ma always say, bruh, show me that shit against somebody. You feel what I'm saying? So and another thing with people like Thurman, Bud, the things that they have said and done have earned a lot of the ire that they receive. Mm-hmm. It's just not necessarily what they've done in the ring or who they necessarily fought. It's the overall picture. It's the plate as a whole. You know what I'm saying? When you go somewhere to eat, you know, it might the whole plate, you know, it might be 4 things on that motherfucker that's good. But that one, it's gonna take the rating down. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. I agree, and that's what I'm saying. I can say they still
go ahead, Eli, my bad.
I'm just gonna finish that off. I can say they still a good fighter and still say all those things without tearing them down as a fighter. You know, you as a person, you a bullshit motherfucker. You that shit you did, you got to take responsibility for your shit. But as a fighter, shit, I want to see your ass fight.
Thank you. All right.
Hey, I'm watching this Errol Spence versus Kell Brook fight. In the quest of Errol beating Manny Pacquiao, man, Errol Spence used to be in some great fucking shape, man. I mean, Jesus Christ. I want him to grow. If I ever get a chance to interview him, I'm gonna tell him to grow the shag back.
Not the shag.
Man, that played out in the 80s with us, the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s.
Well, go ahead and tell him to get a rat tail while you at it, Kyle.
But that was like a Dallas thing, I think, wasn't it? That was like a Dallas thing when he brought it back.
You still had Cass still pull it off, and I haven't been able to do that since fucking like the early 90s, late mid 90s. But shit, you still got Cass to try to pull it off.
Yeah, I mean, shit, they was wearing them here, Eli.
Yeah, I mean, old school dudes still wear them. Them old player dudes like in Louisiana and shit throughout the South, they still wear them old shags in them old small towns and shit.
Yeah. But I was gonna say this, man.
With that
do y'all think? No, man, they got the sweet root, Santos.
They got the what?
They got the sweet root. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
you know them old chew sticks. Them old chew sticks.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I was gonna say, man. Do y'all think? Because do y'all think when Mel said what he said and how he always went at wild, do you think it's a jealousy thing? With and the same thing with Chris Colbert, because here he is, a young prospect, and nobody's talking about him. And here Jamel is about to be an undisputed champion at junior middleweight, and nobody's really hype about the fights. But yet Wilder lost his last fight, you know, despite how we may feel about it or what went down. Wilder lost his last fight, and that's all the talk in the world is what Wilder got going on. So do y'all think part of what sways their opinion is their jealousy towards what he got going on? Like, why ain't nobody talking about us? And I think because you saw the praise that Chris Colbert was having for Al Heyman after his fight and PBC after his comments, I think they came to him and told him, like, listen.
Oh, they did.
Tank finna vacate that belt. He ain't coming back down to 130. You the interim champion. You want to get elevated? You want a shot at it? Shut the fuck up and play your role. I think that's what went down more than anything.
Well, there might be some jealousy, but don't forget a few months ago when Al Heyman when PBC released the fight schedule, one of the most talked about fights was Jamal's fight. But then when he ran his mouth,
that's a fact.
When he ran his mouth in a negative way, kind of, you know, we went sideways a little bit with him because we wanted to prove him what he was saying. And the gist of it, a lot of times these fighters don't understand, you know. Sometimes, you know, if your personal feelings may hurt you financially, you might need to, you know, be cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And just let it ride, man, because he had momentum until he opened his mouth. I'm still going to watch the fight, and I'm sure you guys are still going to watch the fight, but it's the fact that he has probably lost some potential viewership by that statement that he made, that little situation that went on, you know, a couple of interviews, and it didn't clean up correctly enough, I guess.
Now questions for y'all. Since,
let me say this real quick.
Go ahead.
Let me say this real quick, because like I told you, I'm up in now. I know Chris, because I told you I've been in the gym. I'm real close with Sosa, who his trainer, who he basically raised him around. Chris Colbert, he been like that, man. That's how he is. He pop off like that. I'm telling you, that's how he always was since he was a young kid. Here in New York, these niggas got miles. He always been like that. From when he was fighting in the Golden Gloves here, they pop shit.
Yeah, before he turned pro in that documentary, he was the same way.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah. I remember that documentary he was on, man.
I'm telling you, that's him. That's how he is. It's not no jealousy towards Deontay Wilder. That's how he is. That's how they
That's
are. That's how they
That's
talk.
what I
They
tell
pop shit
niggas,
like
man.
that.
That's what I
That's
tell
what
Yeah.
one fighter just said that was on Barbershop Conversations. He Ortega, Christian Ortega, that was
Yeah, I
on
missed it. I
Barbershop
missed it. I
Conversations.
came in.
Yeah,
I came in at the
yeah,
very
last week.
end.
He said he sparred with him. He said that's one guy he can't wait to fight. He said he'll fight him in his third fight because shit, he was like, he just don't like me. He was like, I went over to talk to him one day. I seen him. I know he was doing his thing. I went to talk to him at a little amateur thing and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, y'all taking a picture. He like, y'all taking a picture. He was like, Chris
You
was
ain't.
like, yeah, not a you though.
Yep, that's just like him. That's exactly him. That's how
That's
he
what he
is.
said.
They've been like
That's
that
what the
since.
man said. He said.
Hey,
Yeah, they've
that's
been
how
like
New
that
York
since the
niggas do.
Golden Gloves. Huh?
That's how most New York niggas are, though. A lot of New York
Yo,
niggas
that's
got
I'm
that
telling you,
shit.
man. They've been like that since they was youngsters. I was around them since they was little. Fighting junior tournaments, so they got in the Golden Gloves. They pop shit like that. That's how they are. So that ain't no him being jealous. That's him. You understand what I'm saying? That's just how he is. His character
Yeah.
and the people he been around and just how they are. That's who he is. And as far as the Jamel thing, I think that shit is because you remember Deontay Wilder is cool with Harrison.
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah,
Remember that
that's
shit.
right. That's right.
He
That's
cool
right.
with
That's right.
Harrison.
Yeah, I remember that
He
now.
cool with
Yeah, okay.
Harrison.
Yeah.
And Deontay that's his man. So he was like, yo, he cool and everything, but that's my man. I'm rooting for him. So you know, Jamel and them got that. It's us against the world shit. So if you sign with him, it's like you if you with him, you against me. So fuck you. That's how he is.
And the
That's what
horse you
that shit
rode
was
in
about.
on.
Yep, exactly. So that's to me, that's more what that shit is about. Like, since you was rolling with that motherfucker against me, fuck you. I don't care we on the same promotion. You was rooting with that dude against me. That's what I think that shit was. Now, I think business-wise, they probably got back at him because my ex-manager told me. You remember when he lost the fight against Harrison? My ex-manager told me that. You remember a little while before that, they had been popping off at the mouth. And you remember when you seen those little videos with them out? When they was at the fight shows and you seen them, they was drunk. And then they had a couple of episodes that happened with that little incident that happened with them, with him and his brothers. That little incident that happened with the Charlo brothers and shit. And then you were seeing them at a couple of events and they was out looking like they was kind of high, those shows drinking and shit. Yeah, in New York when they was up at the Barclays
That's around the time
and that
Jacobs
little
rolled
thing
up
happened.
on Jamal.
Yeah, all that time period when shit was going down, they was saying they was popping off at their mouth. Cause that's when they was real. That's when they was real loose with their mouths and shit around that time. Yeah, they was real loose with their mouths. They trying to make their hay and using their mouth. And my manager, he told me, he's like, because I was asking him, because I personally didn't feel that he lost that first fight. I thought it was close, but I thought he did enough to retain. I didn't think that What's-His-Name did enough to take his title. So I talked to him about it. He was like, nah. He said, I'm gonna keep it on what you do the grapevine. Basically that was like a thing that Al Hammond showing the motherfuckers, like, you better watch your motherfucking mouth, man. Don't be ever say nothing slick out of your mouth in any kind of way towards me. That's what my manager told me. My ex-manager told me that shit. Straight up. That's what he told me. I was like, really? He said, yeah. He said, that's kind of what I heard, man. Like, they were saying, they was talking real greasy, like saying a lot of crazy shit. And I was like, oh, okay. Now that shit kind of made some kind of sense. Cause I'm like, to me, I didn't feel like he deserved to lose that fight like that shit. So that made me reassess a couple of things.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, Puce, you know what's crazy that you say that? Remember he said that. After the fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. They don't want me and my brother to win on the same night and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they was with their mouth. Yeah. So yeah, that's what he was. That's what my ex-manager told me. He said, "Yo, I'm gonna keep it flame with you." He said, "That's the grapevine. That's what I'm hearing, man." I was like, "Oh shit, okay, all right." And I know at that time it was real reckless with their mouths, like the brother that was on earlier, who was on with us a little early, like he said, and the same thing with a DJ said, like they a little crazy with their mouth, like sometimes you wouldn't know what the hell was gonna come out their mouth. You never know. They liable to say any damn thing. They worse than James Toney was at one time. You remember James Toney was loose cannon like that too. At one time,
James Toney didn't give a crap, man.
James Toney didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, James Toney was another one.
Not even to this day.
Yeah, he another one that ain't all the way there.
Yeah, so they kind of reminded me of him with that shit. And then when he told me that, when Mike Match, I was like, damn, okay, that kind of made a little sense to me. Like, it's a possibility. I'm like, because I didn't think that he deserved to lose that fight like that. Anyway, I thought Harrison fought well, but I didn't think he did enough to really win that shit. Actually, I thought Harrison was doing better in that rematch. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. I thought he was doing better in the rematch. He just got too confident and cocky and got clipped. But I thought he was fighting much better because I thought he was doing his thing much better as far as I was concerned.
He's making it look easy in that second fight. So he
was outboxing in that second fight.
Yeah, I thought he was doing better.
I didn't see it like that, bro. I really didn't see it.
No, he was winning that second fight, bro.
Man,
he was winning that second
fight.
So
easy,
I thought he was.
Yeah, and his punches had a little power on them.
Yeah,
it wasn't no knockout power, but there was a little power on it.
Yeah, it looked like he had a little bit more muscle.
Went toe to toe for most of the fight. Got careless.
Got careless.
I think it wasn't no fucking careless, bro. It wasn't no careless, bro.
He was trying to be overly macho. Because you remember that, because you gotta remember the working up to that fight. That shit was epic. Were they back and forth?
Yeah.
Then they had to be separated a couple times at the press conferences.
Man, Harrison was he was giving as good as he was getting.
Yes, sir.
And I could see that shit had Jamel feeling away. Because normally he'd be the one out getting the person that he's going at. But he couldn't do that to Harrison. Harrison was getting at his ass.
I think Harrison's big thing is
hey, Reg, hold on. Reg, I'm telling you what I seen, dog. I thought Jamel Charlo was winning that fight before the knockout, to be honest with you. I think he
already put him down twice.
Yeah, but no, he didn't put him down once.
Damn,
he put him down once.
Hey, wait a minute.
I thought he was.
Hey, hold the fuck up, man. I thought he was good. You up all fucking night now. Shit.
Yeah. I thought
You didn't wear your glasses the night of the fight.
Nah, I didn't think. I thought he was. I thought Harrison was doing better in the fight. I thought Charlo. He was to me he was the threat. Like the whole. He was the threat in the fight. Like I knew he could hurt Harrison if he catch him in one of them big bombs he was letting loose. But I felt like Harrison was boxing better than the first fight. Like to me, he looked like he was controlling the fight better than like how they was giving it to him in that first fight, like how they gave it to him in the first fight. But I felt he was in peril the whole fight. Like if he slipped up one moment, which he eventually did, and he was trying to prove his cockiness a little bit too much. And that's why to me he was getting caught.
He was controlling the fight with the jab and being able to slip shots, but in between that, trying to do all the showmanship shit, and him not really having the stamina for that, he got caught and dropped in the second round. Then he got dropped again in the 9th or the 10th, and then he got the knockout. He got dropped 3 times in that. I just didn't see him winning that fight. I feel like pressure was good. I feel like he boxed his ass off. But I feel like his jab was good and his slipping was good, but he was trying to mentally get at Jamel, and Jamel stayed focused.
Yes.
He didn't do the head hunting shit he did when he got mad the last time. At the last fight, shooting for the knockout. He stayed going to the body changing levels, applying that pressure, stepping over with him, and not allowing them to circle out of the corner. Pinning him in the corner, beating him up against the ropes. Like he did all of that shit, and he maintained the energy level to be able to slow the fight down for itself. And that's why I thought Charlo was winning the fight. I thought everything that did good behind his jab and slipping, and trying to add the little showmanship in it. I thought it was all fun. It was all cute and good. It was some good boxing tactics to sway the judges and everything, and for fanfare as far as making a fan friendly fight. But that fight right there, that controlled pressure, that pressure of keeping the mental pressure on the other fighter, I thought Jamel Charlo won a battle of that.
Listen, if y'all go back,
Jamel Charlo could do that. He could do that, bro. Because Jamel Charlo Jamel Charlo is, you got some fighters who can fight good when they actually mad, like when they fucking like fighting in a rage. Most can't though. but there are a rare few who can. They can fight like good, but they got a hatred for somebody and they can fight good in that shit. And I think that Jamel is that type of fighter. He can fight good with that hatred that he builds up in his mind against somebody. And I felt Harrison was trying to do that. Like he was pushing that extra effort more to try to push like that to equal Jamel shit. And I think that's why I think he ended up getting caught with getting shot, trying to prove that you tougher than you have to be sometime. And I think that's what ended up happening. Cause that's Jamel's zone.
Yeah,
he always in a fucking raid. That nigga like the Incredible Hulk.
Angry like that. He been fighting angry like that.
He like the Hulk. He's fighting the mean fighter. Yeah,
he's a mean fighter. Some fighters are just mean to the point where they want to hurt you. This is where I am. I'm gonna punch through your face. You know, I'm not just punching you to get my point across or to show you I got you. No, I'm gonna punch through your fucking face. Mill has that type of mean.
Bud Crawford got that. Bud Crawford is the same way. Bud Crawford is a mean fighter.
They do.
Because I remember.
If y'all go back and watch that fight though, when he got caught, he wasn't doing no showboating, bro.
Nah. You right. You absolutely right, Kyle. Nah, you right.
No, when he got caught, that motherfucker got caught. It wasn't
he got caught. No, but what happened was after he got caught, right when the fight started. Early in the fight, like the first round or something, I remember Jamel came out and he winged, I think it was a left hook or right hand. And I was like, God damn, boy, if he catch him with that shit, it's going to be good night, right? But then when he knocked him down, I think what Harrison did, he revved up. Like when he got knocked down like that, like that shit revved his ass up to try to get that rage and that craziness shit to equal him. And that's why maybe about, I said round and a half to 2 rounds later, he started boxing better and got into the fight. And I felt like he started dictating the fight. And Jamel pulled back. I remember Jamel was coming at him first and he started moving a little bit. Like he was trying to draw him to him. Because, you know, Jamel and them, early in their careers, they was better boxers. And he started moving just a little bit to draw him to him. And I thought he was just trying to set him up for one of them big bombs that he eventually caught his ass with again. And got him out of there.
Man, I really wish we could. Man, I really wish I could pull this shit up and watch it. I'm watching on my TV. I'm watching the Errol Spence Kell Brook fight on my TV right now. But I really wish I could pull that shit up, man. We could just watch that shit together, man. Because for me, dog, ring generalship has to play a part in the fight. And
absolutely,
Jamel Charlo was dictating the pace of that fight.
But what if you're getting hit in the face all the time while you're trying to display ring generalship, or getting bodied up and hitting the face all the time? He was being totally outboxed. After that knockdown, Harrison stacked up a few rounds. He was being totally outboxed. Jamal.
Matter of fact,
Jamel. So General Reed,
I'm gonna go watch the fight now. I'm gonna use my other phone. I was using the other phone. I got my other phone. I'm talking to y'all on. I'm gonna go watch some of the fight now.
That's what I'm finna put up right now, and I'm gonna watch this shit because man.
But how I remember it, I remembered it like early on. Jamel was the aggressor. He was trying to get him. He had that rage. He was trying to get him out of there for talking all that smack before the fight. And I felt like after the knockdown, Harrison settled in and ramped himself up more, and then he started taking control of the fight behind the jab, and he was still fighting more aggressive to me than he did in the first fight. Because in the second fight, he fought more aggressive. He was boxing aggressively. He wasn't just boxing like moving. The first fight to me, he was boxing but just moving more on the defensive side. But in this fight, it seemed like he was trying to get at Jamel more and was willing to take a risk more.
Yeah, he stood in front of him and he was eating his punches and giving Jamel more than he was getting from Jamel. And Jamel had to reset. Jamel realized he couldn't outbox him, so he had to use his power, and that's what won the fight for him. Because he couldn't really hurt Jamel.
All right, here go right here. Yeah, and I felt like he was in, but I ain't gonna lie, I did feel like he was in peril that whole fight because I'm like, man, them bombs he's throwing, like. Because he could crack. I was like, if he catch him,
all he had to do is crack him. That's what happened.
If he catch him, it's a dog.
Yeah. Can you show the knockdown? You can at least show that little few seconds, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. That might be
So
tough,
we
man.
don't want you to get a strike, man. I think that's
Nah, that
copyrighted.
might be tough.
I need
Nah, that might
this
be tough.
platform every night, man.
Hey,
Yeah, that might be tough. I don't know. I think that's copyrighted by Showtime, bro.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I'm
yeah.
gonna tell the truth,
It was the
dude.
PBC.
I played like so. I had Thomas Gunnerman and Batista on my show, right? And I had him on a few times. But that's the homie. And man, it was that nigga interview. I showed some of that nigga, and them motherfuckers got that video taken down, boy.
Yeah. All right, I'm about to start it now. The round about to begin. I'm gonna start looking at this again.
Yeah, me too.
But to go back up and answer Jalen's question, where's Gary Russell? It seems like Leo Santa Cruz is finally about to drop his nuts and accept the challenge to fight Gary Russell.
So. Oh, that'd be great.
After Gary Russell's been calling him out for the better part of 4 years, I want to say he's been calling him out.
Yes.
And since Leo finally got knocked out by Tank and got knocked off his pedestal a little bit, seems like he's about ready to go ahead and accept that challenge and unify him with Gary Russell Jr. So I think that's probably what's going to be next. It should be an easy fight to make. They on the quote unquote same side of the street, even though I hate that term. It seems like that would be a logical next fight for the both of them, man. Both of them been off over a year. Well, it'll be a year by the time the fight happens. So that seems like that's what's going to be next for Gary Russell. And I think it's about time for him to move up, man. Get out of 126, dog. You've had that belt 5-6 years now, and it's been hard for you to try to unify, even though. Like I said, Leo's finally about to accept the challenge, and seems like he's ready to accept the challenge and fighting you. Then you got, I think the IBF belt at 126 is vacant. I don't know if anybody's fighting for it. I think it's the IBF. It's either IBF or the WBO that's vacant at 126.
I think the WBO that Navarrete left behind.
Is it the WBO?
No, Navarrete got the WBO, don't he?
I think Navarrete got the WBO because I know Santa Cruz got the WBA.
You're talking about 126? Navarrete.
Yeah, 126. I think the IBF is the one that's vacant. I think the IBF is vacant at 126 and 130, but I think somebody's already fighting for the one at 130.
They fighting for the one at 126 too.
Who they got down for that?
Navarrete. What do y'all think about him? Like he's big dude, right? What do y'all think about him?
That's what I hadn't seen him fight. I hadn't looked up any of his fights. I don't know.
He's a fighter. He's a
boy, man.
That's one of my favorite Mexican fighters.
Yeah, I've only seen his last 3 or 4 fights, and I hadn't seen him lose around yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's rough, man.
Bad boy, man.
He got a loss on his record though.
I hadn't seen any flaws in him.
Is he? Hey, this is the question though. Is he a Robert Garcia fighter?
Nah. I don't think so.
Okay.
Nah.
I think if you ever wanted to see a Mexican war, you put Navarrete in the ring with Brandon Figueroa.
Yeah,
oh my God.
That'd be a good fight.
Yeah.
That'll be
Brandon
a war.
Relentless, man.
Yeah, that'll be a war. Woof.
Brandon don't mind being hit just to get you.
I'm saying figure. It's the same Figueroa that's got Cool Boy Steph problems right now, ain't it?
Yeah, same one.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That's gonna be a heck of a fight right there, though.
And Kyle, you and I was speaking on this before, man. I don't know what's gonna happen with the Nonito Donaire and Casimero fight. I don't know if they still fighting or whatever. But if and when Inoue moves up and he runs into somebody like a Cool Boy Steph, he's gonna have a long night. Because we watched that last fight and we talked about it, Kyle. Anybody with a good straight left or a good jab, they're gonna give Inoue all kind of trouble, man.
Yeah, man, that shit, man. Listen, if he fight Rigondeaux, he in trouble. Let me get through these shout outs though, bro. I ain't said a shout out in 3 years. Let me stroll on up real quick, man, and get to this shit. Damn. Shout out Deuce Times.
Shout out Deuce, man.
What up, Deuce?
SF City Slicker, Taylor Bell. Let me see.
I'm gonna go to Taylor Bell's site, man. I gotta check his site out.
Yeah, man. Champion Heart.
Rigo won big time in that deal. He got paid
They paid him step aside money, then he got the fight back. Kind of like Usyk with Joshua. They paid Usyk step aside money, and now he getting the fight.
Highly anticipated. My dog, man, salute to you, my brother. P. Good. Robert Brown. Let me see who else. All right, we've been in this thing for a minute. Signs of the time. Salute to you, my brother. Yes, sir. All right.
Jay Dixon, according to Abner Mares, what he told Kyle, Gary Russell the problem. It's like Gary Russell wasn't turning down all these fights. Ain't nobody ducking Gary Russell. It's him turning down all these fights. So you take that for what you want to take it for. But ain't that what he told you, Kyle?
What he told you. Now it looks like it's gonna. Now it looks like it was Lil Santa Cruz on that end.
Yeah, he just nailed Jamal. I didn't remember that. He just nailed Jamal with a straight right hand. I didn't remember that.
I'm telling you, he was outboxing Jamel. Jamel caught him a few times and dropped him.
Remember
that. But for the most part in that fight, I've watched that fight like 3 or 4 times, bro. He was outboxing Jamel, man. But he got into these exchanges where he just had lapses. Yeah, Harrison just had lapses on defense, bro. He had lapses on defense.
Yeah,
where he got caught up in the moment, and Jamel was like, "Oh, you gonna stand there? You just gonna stand there and disrespect me? All right, eat this real quick." Yep.
Yo, Jamel was throwing. God damn, he was throwing some haymakers. God, boy, if they would have caught him, that should have been over. Hey, he was moving. He was getting out the way of that shit though.
Who you got winning this first round though? Pugilist.
Check out that shit to the body.
I'm in the second round.
I think that's when the knockdown. I think the second round when the knockdown happened.
They were fighting more. They were fighting more in the second round because they both like fighting more.
But Mel started going to the body, and he got Harrison to drop his hands, and then he hit him with that shit.
When Harrison landed that nice right hand on him, that shit fired him up though.
Now one time Jamel got hurt. He got hurt a little bit one time. He backed up.
In the second round. He's stunned. In the second round. He's stunned with a nice straight right hand.
Hey, Jalen, he ain't gonna get that Shakur and Valdez fight. He definitely ain't gonna get Valdez because Shakur can't even get Valdez, and they on the same side of the street. He been chasing him through 2 weight classes. So, I think Shakur and Jamel Harris should happen sometime in October. In Newark, man. I forgot they had an arena in Newark. It's where the New Jersey Devils play, ain't it?
Yeah,
that is an easy sale, bro. Like that place will sell out. Ain't Jersey open?
Hey,
huge. Ain't Jersey open?
Hey, Pugilist, that motherfucker Jamel Charlo throwing fucking leather in that first round.
He was throwing. I ain't gonna lie. After he got hit with that shit, boy, he was throwing megaton bombs out.
Yeah, he wanted up, man. Him and Bud Crawford.
He caught him at the end. He caught him pulling out.
Yeah. Him and Bud Crawford are the same, bro. Once you hit them, it's like they get pissed off. Like, did you just hit me? And they'll step on the gas and they'll start winging punches at you, dog. But Crawford he's accurate more than anything, man.
All right, first round.
Crawford's a better boxer though than Jamel.
Harrison was winning that round until he got clipped though.
It's comparable to me. It's close. It's close.
It ain't many boxers out there better than Crawford right now, technically.
Yeah, well, Charlo, the first round, to me was like a draw. The second round, you got to give it to Charlo. I had Harrison at first, but when he scored the knockdown, I had to give it to him. Oh, look at that damn hook. And then that right hand, he missed that right hand. It was the hook.
It was the hook
that dropped him.
It's 2-zip for me, brother. It's 2-zip.
Yeah, I got the first round of draw and the second round Charlo.
See, I got Charlo. I got Charlo not that first round.
But to me, Harrison dominated them. Well, he ain't gonna say dominated, but he won the middle rounds, bro. Like rounds like 4 through 8, he won them rounds.
I think I think round 3 through 7. I think round 3 through 6 or 7.
I had 5 through 8. I had 3 Jamel.
He got a
and 4 was a toss-up round.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, I had rounds 4 through 8 for Harrison, bro. And I think he caught him in 10? He caught him in 10 and knocked him down, and then he finished him in 11, right?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, it was something like that.
Hey, Puge, he was hitting Tony with some shit, boy.
Now Tony was eating it. Tony was eating it, man. He was eating it, bro.
He wasn't eating that shit.
Man, he's coming at him now. The third round, he came out. He trying to get him. He trying to finish him, but he's missing. He throwing haymakers, but he missing most of that shit though.
That's kind of how
covering up. Good.
That's how he lost that first fight, fucking around, trying to throw all that shit. But yeah, let me see who I'm gonna get this. Let's see who I'm gonna get this third round to.
He did the right thing though. He trying to get him. Yeah, he coming out. He doing the traditional. You hurt the man. At the end of the round, try to get him. Oh, he catching Harrison now, but Harrison taking it pretty deep.
Yeah, he didn't get. Come on, man. This third round is Charlo. Y'all niggas tripping.
Charlo winning the round because he just in the fact of his aggression alone. You know what I'm saying? His aggression alone, he winning the round.
Watch that fourth round. That fourth round, Harrison gonna settle down behind the jab to try to get control of that shit again.
Now where you at? Where you at in the round, Kyle?
Huh?
Where you at in the round, Kyle?
Man, I'm telling
you. Now 214.
All right, now Charlo moving back now because he shot his low. He a little winded. He winded himself a little bit. Yeah. Now he moving more now. Now he going back. Now Harrison is. I'm at 138. He pushing him back now. Now Harrison is being the aggressive now.
I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, he winded. He a little winded because he was throwing them heavy ass bombs.
Yeah, he was throwing too many.
Harrison just nailed him. Harrison just nailed him.
Yeah, he caught him a few times. He caught him couple times.
I'm telling you, that fight was Tony Harrison was winning that fight, bro. He just got clipped and dropped a few times.
Get through the fight first, nigga. We talking that shit. We looking at the fight. I'm watching this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, put your specs on, Kyle.
Nah, nigga, pull that shit up too, DJ. While you're bullshitting. He made the nigga spit his mouthpiece out.
I'm doing laundry right now, man. I'm doing laundry talking to y'all, bro.
Out in this third round, pugilist.
Yeah, nah, his mouthpiece came out and shit, but he came out his mouth. He didn't hit him. He was punching so damn hard, his mouthpiece came out his mouth. Jamal had the first half of the round, and right now, Harrison is coming on. That was a good body shot by Harrison.
Late, man.
He moving. But see, Harrison opened up on him on the ropes.
Ooh, shit.
I forgot. This shit was a damn good fight. This shit better than I remember it.
That's what I was telling y'all. That round was an even round,
fight, bro.
That fourth round was an even
left uppercut and left hook. Yeah, this shit was better than I remembered it to be.
This fight was fucking good, man.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh. Yeah, Harrison got that round. He came back and won that shit.
Ain't no fucking way, man.
He won that round. He had Jamal dancing at the end. Jamal was dancing at the end. Trying to get away.
I had that one as an even round. Just it went back and forth in that round.
Man, that's a trouble.
Now watch the next round. They
both had their moments.
What I would say. It would have been an even round, but the reason why I would have to give the edge to Harrison because of the old boxing tradition and adage. He finished the round stronger. The judges remember the end of the round more than what you did in the good first part of the round. That's just tradition. That's how it goes.
Leonard and Marvin Haggard.
Yeah. Or even if you remember a great fight like when Ken Norton fought Larry Holmes. If you remember that last round, Ken Norton was digging in Larry Holmes' ass that first half of that round. He had Larry hurt. But that last maybe 70, 80 seconds, Larry Holmes came back, and that shit was enough for him to win that fight.
This fight was fucking good,
man. It was a good fight, man. Yeah. Oh, Harrison, they going, boy.
They was throwing fucking level.
So while y'all watching that, what do y'all think is next for Tony Harrison? While y'all watching that, where do y'all think he goes next?
I don't know, man. We got to get a better trainer.
You got to get a solid trainer. Got to get a solid trainer.
Where you at in the round? Where you at in the round, pugilist?
I'm at 142 and counting down. They throwing though. They fighting. They fighting though.
At 147, he just hit
Jamel.
He hit him with shit this round.
See, but see, he got Jamel moving. See, Jamel moving now though. He not coming aggressive forward now. this is what I was talking about. After that knockdown, Harrison realized I gotta fight with him. Like I gotta fight with him because they was talking all that trash before the fight. All right, now they standing right there going toe to toe with each other.
I'm at 122 right now. Where you at?
108. I'm a little ahead of you. Oh, damn! Jamel just clipped him with that foot.
Man, this is Jamel round, man. This is Jamel round.
He just clipped Jamel. He just clipped him. He put some combinations on fucking Jamel, man. Jamel landed one big shot at a time, but Harrison landed combinations, man. He landed straight right hands, left uppercuts.
Exactly.
Straight right hands,
gotta take
hands, left uppercuts, and then left hook.
Bro,
he got these fights.
Hey,
you gotta take the passes out of
Jamel getting off. Jamel getting off.
The chat said we over talking each other, y'all. Chat said we over talking each other.
Oh man, we having a good time. We can hear each other. Shit, fuck y'all.
Damn, Kyle. Engage your people, man. Engage your people.
That's nice.
Man, Harrison was the busier fighter, bro.
Yeah, he was putting together some pretty combinations. I ain't gonna lie.
He was outworking Jamel. Now Jamel was throwing some good shots.
Man,
he was hitting him with some good shots, but Tony Harrison was outworking him, man.
I'm giving this fourth round to Charlo, bro. Look at
no, man, come on, dog. I'm done with you.
I got that round. I got that round for Harrison, bro. Charlo took that round off kind of. He
telling you, rounds 4 through 8. Tony Harrison won them rounds, dog. He
not 4 through 8, 5 through 8, 5 through 8. Four was a
bro. Hey, y'all can say. Listen, we can say the fourth round was a swing round a little bit where it could go either way. But I'm giving that to Charlo, bro. Charlo had the biggest shots. Man,
he was doing some big shots, but
I'm watching 5, and I see Charlo boxing and moving, but he kind of taking this round off and not really punching as much, and Harrison getting off a little bit more. He getting in, turning Harrison. He shaking his legs out a little bit. So he blocking good, got his guards up good, but he taking some shots. What the round just ended for me? Where y'all at?
Yeah, mine just ended too. Mine just ended too on the.
Okay.
Hey, hold on. Y'all
round? I'm in the fifth.
The fifth round just ended.
Let's start together.
Yeah, but you can see in the corner right now that Harrison is kind of winning. Charlo did good, pacing himself and taking that round off. You can see that Harrison kind of getting tired right now in that round.
That was a good body.
He was real patient. He just didn't have enough work to take that round from Harrison. Harrison hit him with some good shots. I think he kind of took that round off.
Yeah. The thing that I can get with y'all on though is Jamel is a first half round fighter. He goes so fucking hard that first half
hard.
Round, and it looks like it could be different. But let's keep watching though.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, I'm glad I watched this again. This is better than I remembered it.
Oh yeah, Pew. It was a great fight, man. Like I said, I watched it about 3 or 4 times, bro.
Yeah, me too.
It was a great fight.
I watched it so many fucking times.
I think Jamel might be turn up in this round a little bit more on him.
I'm in the fifth round. It ain't look like a Harrison round just yet.
Like it's the beginning of the sixth. This is a Harrison round for me on the fifth round. It's the beginning of the sixth for me.
Okay.
I ain't got there yet. I'm still on.
Yeah, I'm still in the fifth. I'm 119. 119. Oh, 119 in the fifth.
Shit look. See, man, I wish. See, if we could do this shit. If we could do this with the episodes, man, that shit would be
beautiful.
Say, I'm a pause. I'm a pause for the calls real fast because I want to catch y'all at the same time.
All right. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna pause at the end of this one too.
Hey, Puch. The thing about it, bro, is this dude is changing levels. Jamel Charlo is changing levels.
That's what I was saying.
And I felt like he was doing that. I felt like he was doing that in the fight. I felt like that the night I was watching it.
I don't see the fifth, bro. What I don't. Man, okay. Now I see what y'all seeing about the fifth round. Now,
Jamel taking that round off. He kind of shaking his legs out.
On the fifth round, he didn't take this round off.
Yeah, dude, he's shaking his legs out and shit, staying against the ropes, allowing Tony to come to him. He taking that round off, bro. I was for Jamil this whole fight. I'm telling you, he taking that round off, bro. He shaking his legs out and shit, kind of stepping back, keeping a little distance.
In the 5th round?
Yes, when Harrison engaged him, he hit Harrison with a few counter shots, and then turn out and get back to the middle of the ring and kind of shake back and get back again. Every once in a while, a couple times in that round, he gets against the ropes and he covers up. He still delivers shots back, counter shots back, but he's not as active in that 5th round.
Yeah, Harrison piecing him up. Second half of the fight.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
but watch Harrison when he go back to the corner at the end of the 5th round right here. You're gonna see Harrison kind of like, oh, okay, and you'll see the difference when they come out. And this the round where Vince Fusion was talking about.
Hey, listen, that's another swing round. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
that's the Harrison round, bro.
I mean, you can say it's Harrison round, but I'm saying it's a swing round. It's not like he dominated the nigga.
No,
he ain't dominate him though.
No, Harrison got the more.
No, it wasn't no domination. It wasn't no domination at all. It was just more active.
Yeah, I mean, but it could go either way, depending on what you want and what you like.
Harrison had the more effective punches though.
Harrison was out working Charlo, bro.
In that round. Y'all ready for the 6th round?
Bro, he was hitting him with some shit.
Yeah, I'm paused. I'm ready for the 6th round.
I'm paused for 6-2.
I gotta get a load out. I can't do the 6th one here. I'm gonna be behind y'all.
All right. You ready?
Hold on. It's coming. It's Jamal Charlo's.
Jamal interview.
Okay.
Nah, nigga, I'm gonna give him a round if he earned it. But like I said though, there's swing rounds. It's not like he's controlling the whole fucking round. You know what I'm saying? He controlling the back half of the fucking round. I mean, you can't be a prisoner of the second half of the round. You gotta watch the whole fucking round.
Let me know when you're gonna start.
Yeah, I'm right when they get ready to step into each other. Right when they get ready to meet in the center.
Yeah.
Okay, this 6th round. See, he dancing, but he got caught.
All right, you going? You starting it?
I'm at 230, 231, 230. Hold on, let me pause my shit. Tell me when y'all get to
230.
Hold on. I'm at 218. When y'all get to 218, let me know.
Pause. Yeah.
I'm at 240, 237. Harrison just did that little wiggle shit after he got caught with that body shot.
Yeah. That's how you know he hurt.
All right, go ahead.
All right, we good. All right, 217.
Them digging body shots is really taking an effect on Harrison. He hooking to the body strong in this round right now. He picking them, but he's sticking them.
They had Charlo losing the 3rd round on the scorecards. I had him winning that one.
Nah, I had him winning
the 3rd round. The 3rd round, we said he won the 3rd round. Everybody else said he won the 3rd round.
Everybody said he won. The Charlo lost the 3rd round.
No, we said he won the 3rd round.
The 3rd round. What are you talking about, Santos? He lost the 4th round.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I thought Pierce was saying that he came back in the 2nd half. Charlo.
No, I gave Harrison that 3rd round.
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm trying to tell. I remember the 3rd round. I know it was after the lockdown that he started coming on.
That was the one we disagreed on. I had Charlo winning that 3rd round. That was one that we did disagree on.
Charlo getting touched up in this round right here.
Woo!
Charlo getting touched up in this round right here.
They doing
it. He started out heavy, and then now what you call it, hitting him with the uppercut straight up the middle.
Yeah.
But that
y'all in round 7, right? Y'all in round 6 and 7.
He come right back and put them bitches.
Woo! This is back and forth, bro. This is back and forth. He walking through that shit, though. He hit him.
This is back and forth right here. Because now he changing and he hit Harrison with that same.
That motherfucker be changing levels, boy. God damn. Hey, Charlo, his speed is underrated, bro. That motherfucker He's changing the speed of the fight. He changing different speeds. He coming at different angles. Man, this motherfucker, man. But for me, Charlo lost the 6th round, so I get his 6th round. I'm gonna get it.
According to you, Charlo ain't lost a round yet.
Right.
I just said the nigga. I said he lost the fourth in the sixth. God damn.
Nah, I'm sorry, Kyle. He done lost some rounds already, man.
I gave Charlo that fifth round though. You know what I'm saying?
He just stuck Charlo tonight.
But Harrison got that sixth round for sure, no question about it. I can't deny that.
Yeah. Harrison started out. I mean, Charlo started out fast in that sixth round.
He slowed down. He slowed down.
He slowed down.
I think round 8 was the big change.
Yeah. Harrison getting tired because when he got to amp it up to try to keep up with Charlo, he gets tired. That's what when Charlo came out from that last round, Charlo came out digging him.
He admitted that.
Eli, that goes to my point. He was throwing more punches. He was outworking Charlo.
He was more aggressive.
Charlo was loading up with big shots, changing levels. But Harrison was outworking him with his work rate, man. He threw a lot of punches and collected a lot and connected a lot more in the middle rounds.
And
Charlo was switching up. Charlo was switching up. He was going back and forth.
Exactly.
Punching and then moving a little bit.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember when Harrison was saying that it's like he ran out of energy and Charlo gained some energy and he thought he had some Gatorade and he didn't have none?
Yeah. Charlo came out and pressed him.
Oh, but right hand by
right now he came out and straight jab.
See, that's the one thing about
it. Changing level.
He start the round off so fucking fast in the first 30 seconds of the fight that you lose that on the back half.
Because you're trying to keep up with him. And that's when you get tired, and that's when he hurt you with something later on. And he checking Harrison's body. He changing level, checking his body.
And that motherfucker.
He just hit Harrison with some the hook to the body off.
See, man, if this Harrison would have showed up at his last fight, ain't no fucking way he lost. He ain't no fucking way it's a draw. But I think his dad took a lot out of him. Yeah, for sure, took a lot out of him.
Dad had a lot to do.
I love
people not giving credit.
Mentally right.
Him and Hurd, neither one of them look good in their last two fights. Their last fight.
But Hurd looked fucked up. Harrison had some good moments.
But they both lost their dad though.
Woo! Good right hand by Harrison. Yeah, he wasn't mentally right, man. You can't fight.
At 134, he just hit Tony Harrison with some shit at 134.
He hit him with some shit at 147. But the thing of it is, what people not giving credit for is how much of that shit Charlo was actually rolling with and pressing, and then the way he was putting that pressure on Harrison, like, okay, come to me, I'll back off you, and then he get in real tight and close on him and muscle him and hit him with some shit.
But if y'all look at the fight though, if y'all look at it though, he dictating the pace though. If you look at Charlo, he dictating the pace of the fight.
Oh, he just went.
That's what y'all check that when he went the night of the fight.
Y'all check that when he went side to side and then hit Harrison with that big hook in the hook.
So who y'all get that seventh round to? Who y'all get that seventh round to?
I got Charlo on that one right now.
That's a Charlo round, bro.
That's a Charlo round, bro. I before rewatching this, I had said Harrison had, but Harrison doing all that shit, but Charlo beating him up on this round, and Charlo is effectively actually outboxing him because he's sticking and moving, getting in the inside, keeping pressure on, and dictating that pace for real. He damn near hit him with an uppercut at the end.
This is a good fucking fight, bro.
Okay, I'm at the last 30 seconds of the seventh round.
Yeah, I'm at 15. So we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah,
I'm at 15.
10.
I'm at the last 12.
I like the way Jamel boxed that seventh round, man.
Dude, you got to give him that seventh round, bro.
Yeah, I gave him that seventh round.
This is a good fucking fight, bro. But see, the thing about this fight, though, I'm not mad if you give Harrison that round, though. That's how close this fucking fight was, bro.
That round wasn't close,
dude. Yeah, I gave that to Jamal, though.
Yeah, that's Charlo.
Yeah,
for sure. We're in the eighth round now.
I think it's 4-3 Charlo right now.
And I got it the other way.
I got 1, 2, 3, and I got 7 for Charlo. But I got 4 and 5. They were swing rounds. I give him to Harrison because he was on his stick with the left throw. And I got it 3-3-1 because I got the first round of even. Okay, we can do that. We can go 3-3-1 with an even round. I can deal with that.
Yeah, I had it. That's how I had it.
Yeah, but it's not as far-fetched as everybody was trying to say.
Nah, but the main difference for me in this fight was that I felt Harrison, because I didn't feel he won that first fight, but I felt like he was competing. He was like he was more along the lines. He fought better to me in this fight.
Yeah, but you can see Charlo turning it up now. You see Harrison hitting gloves in this round. He just flicking the jab. He not really popping the jab right now.
If Harrison had a good stamina, if he had better stamina and a real chin,
his stamina is starting to,
he outboxes Charlo.
It's not even just having a real chin, man, because both of those Charlo brothers can crack, man. You gotta have an extraordinary.
Hey, and he's.
You can't have. Whoa, shit! He just nailed Charlo. You can't have a regular chin. Like
he nailed Charlo off of that body shot Charlo hit him with though.
Hey, 114. He hit Tony Harrison with a big ass shot.
The body shot, bro.
Harrison was tired. He got tired in that fight, man. If he hadn't got tired, he probably would have endured those punches a little better.
But he got tired because of that body work, bro. I gotta watch the body work of Charlo.
Eli, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on the body work, but I'm also with you on the work rate, bro. Tony Harrison had to throw a lot of punches to keep Jamel Charlo off of him.
Harrison starting to showboat. He's starting to do that dumb shit.
He's starting to do the showboat shit.
See, that's trying to prove that I'm hurt.
He's trying to prove some point. He's trying to prove that mental.
I'm hurt. That's that I'm hurt. I'm trying to show you that I ain't hurt shit.
Nah, that ain't that I'm hurt shit. That's that mental shit. Cause all that shit.
No, Harrison said
for that fight.
That's all that. But look at the body shot came off of it.
They both talking a lot of trash.
Look at this. Look, he just
look at the body work. Look at the body work.
You can't give Tony Harrison this 8th round, bro.
And he showboating, and Harrison said in that what you call him, he said I had to keep a mean poker face in the post fight. He said I had to keep a mean poker face for that body shot.
Good stiff jabs on his ass though.
He landed some decent jabs, but
okay. So who
body work is man?
Who y'all get that round to? See, that's a swing round. That's another. I like the body work of Charlo way more, and I like the way that Charlo was changing levels in that round.
I'll give that one to Charlo.
Yeah, that makes it 4-3 with one even round.
It's a swing. So I gave Tony Harrison. I gave him what? What I gave him 3 rounds. I thought I gave him 3, but it looks like I only gave him 2 right now. Maybe one of them rounds I'm a little biased on.
We're gonna not hold you to your car because we understand you haven't been certified as a judge though.
Nigga, I'm 1 round off. Everybody, I'm one round off, nigga. Everybody else said 4-3.
4-3 with one swing round. We got one. We agree on. We pretty much agree on the round. I got one round.
That 3rd round, y'all was off though.
Yeah, I got the 3rd round. I had Charlo, but y'all gave another round that I didn't give to Charlo. So if there was them rounds that kind of swing, you know, if some of the rounds is like that.
The fight is all Charlo from this point on, no doubt about it. I'm not looking at it, but just the way I remember it.
Yeah, and if you and looking at it right now, the way we done already scored it, therefore he wasn't behind when he scored the knockdown. He was starting to pull ahead, and the tide was changing.
Oh yeah, definitely after the 8th round, it's all Charlo. So I don't think there's no debate about that.
Nigga, y'all said the nigga was losing the whole fucking fight. That's what Sittos led me to believe.
I said after the knockdown, he took over and started boxing Charlo, and I said Charlo took over around 7th or 8th round. That's what I said. I ain't said nothing about no whole fight.
I said I was one who said rounds 4 through 8. I felt Tony Harrison won them rounds.
Yeah.
I had it 5 through 8. I gave Harrison, but Jamel, we looking at it, we gave 7 to Harrison though.
What round y'all in?
9 right now.
I just finished my.
We in 9, and Tony laying on the ropes coming out.
Yeah, man.
And you can see him. He trying to keep a tight high guard. He's shaking his legs out this round. He getting back.
So I'm gonna give Harrison that 7th round though.
We gave that 7th round to Charlo.
Did we? I know we did. I just feel
I
like
thought y'all said 7.
I feel like
Harrison.
Oh wait, that was the one. That was the one where Harrison was working with. Yeah.
I thought the 8th round y'all gave to.
Yeah, y'all right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give that swing. Cause I think the 7 was kind of a swing round, so I'm gonna give it to Harrison just cause y'all getting on my fucking nerves about this shit. But
hey man, you should have went
right here. My whole thing with this fight was that I felt Harrison fought better because I didn't feel he won that first fight.
He fought more competitive this fight. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was just more competitive.
You can't bring that shit in there. You got to look at what's in front of you. You can't say because his last fight he didn't fight as good.
Right now,
but I still thought he was fighting better. I thought Jamel was giving the fight away a little bit when he started moving a little bit.
Hey, we need to rewatch that fight too, bro. Cause I had Jamel winning that fight, bro.
Me too.
Yeah, but right now Jamel in full control. Right now he in cruise control. Really working behind the jab, shooting the body shot, shooting all combinations.
Now he look like he taking.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm giving this 9th round to Harrison though.
No, hell no.
Why though?
Because Charlo took a step back, bro.
Bro, come on, man. Charlo taking steps back.
Hey, y'all know he ain't been to Jack Reese. Y'all know he hasn't been to Jack Reese's judge.
No, Charlo setting him up with shit.
Charlo got good ring generalship in here, man. He dictating where the fight taking place at. He's stepping around him. He letting the jab go. He doing combinations. He's stepping left. He's stepping right. Nah,
slipping underneath. He's slipping underneath inside and hitting him in the body
and everything. Nah, his ring generalship is masterful right now.
Yeah, man. After the 8th round, Harrison's goose was cooked by that point, bro. He gave it his best effort, and he was just trying to. I ain't gonna say he was trying to survive, but at that point, you just see Jamel Charlo about to take over the fight.
Jamel really.
Hey, y'all know I'm getting around to Jamel Charlo, right?
Shit. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what you would think about it first, because Jamel really was gauging distance. I
was trying to make these niggas feel a little better about themselves.
Nah, Jamal doing.
Hey, pause.
This is the point of the fight I felt he was taking over though. When I watched it.
Hey, pause it real quick. Pause y'all real quick, because I gotta take my daughter upstairs and shit.
All right. Yeah, but Jamal was boxing better at this point in the fight. But like I felt the night I was watching it, but I did feel that what's his name was boxing way better in that fight.
Oh, Reggie, not Adelaide Bird.
What about Adelaide?
Man, shout out to Lynn Ray. Shout out to DJ Black Charm Music. Troy Graham came in here. J.A. Dixon, Robert Brown, P. Good, Reggie, of course.
Round 9 could have went either way.
Mir, shout out to y'all. H Money came through. Oh shit, what up, H? You know, shout out to y'all, man, coming through and hanging out with us tonight, man. We just, getting that good boxing talk in, and it veered over to rewatching the Harrison Charlo 2 fight, man, which it was a great fight. I'd like to see Tony Harrison get a couple more wins and get that rematch if he could.
Hey, that shit Derek James told him in the corner was masterful, though. Derek James say, okay, here's where your conditioning kick in. He say, you've been shooting that shit to the body. He say, shoot that shit to the body, double up on the jab. When he dip, hit him with that bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, Derek James was masterful in the corner, bro.
Yeah, man, he should have got trainer of the year. Bro.
Listen to what he tell him in the corner in between this round right here. He telling you this way your conditioning kick in. He say you've been checking him to the body, hit him to the body, double up on the jab when he did.
Y'all watching it? Y'all, did Kyle ask her to pause it? Y'all still watching it?
No, it's false. It's false. That's just what happened in between the corner.
Oh, in between the corner. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got to pause.
Yeah, I'm loading it up now, man.
They was talking about. Let me bring up something real quick. Let me see what because people's perspective on this shit with Canelo possibly fighting Caleb Plant. Like I see a lot of people taking the side of and the view of, oh, he should just take this fight because of the money aspect of this shit. Yeah, that he should just take this fight because it's gonna be his big payday, and that's why I kept putting in the chat. Yeah, that's gonna be his last fucking big payday too. He gonna be the Jerry Cooney of this fucking era. If he take that fight right now, because he ain't gonna get another one. He ain't ready for that shit. Caleb Plant. He gonna become the Jerry Cooney of this fucking era, man. He probably is one of the top
from America. He probably the top best white fighter right now here in America. And the same thing with Jerry. Jerry Cooney had talented, but they put him in. He didn't beat no real competition to fight Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes had fought and defeated real competition. Jerry Cooney have fought old ass men. Most of it, a couple who have been retired and came out of retirement and beat them. He looks sensational. Back in the day, back in '82, they said that if Jerry Cooney had to beat Larry Holmes, he would have became the first $1 billion fighter, man, back then. And the same thing gonna happen to that goddamn. But still, the same thing gonna happen to Plant. Let's keep it 100, man. Canelo, let's keep it 100. Canelo, let me just say this real quick. Canelo done ran away from Charlo. He done ran away from Charlo. He done ran away from Andre, and he done ran away from Benavidez. He's going after Caleb Plant because he knows he can beat him. He's easy. Caleb Plant is not ready for him. He don't got enough experience. He don't fight enough. If they fight now, this is gonna be fucking Canelo's 4th fight this year. How many times Caleb Plant fought this year?
Just once.
He ain't beating no goddamn Canelo Alvarez, and I don't fuck with Canelo Alvarez. But he ain't beating him. That man done fought 4 fucking times, and this year, he comfortable as hell. Canelo is going after him because he know that shit is easy pickings, man. I don't see how y'all can't see that shit. I don't see how it's so hard for y'all to see that shit. That boy, if his management is smart, you don't. If you want this kid to have a longer career and have a chance to make something, because he got one thing going for him. He fucking white. He white. He don't need to rely on Canelo Alvarez. He don't need to.
He ain't getting white fighters money. He ain't getting white fighters money right now. This will give him white fighters money right here.
He can though. He can if he don't. But if he lose this fight, he ain't never getting that shit no more.
I want the fight. I don't care if he lose it or not. I want the fight. Go out there and fight. I believe Plant better than that.
And another reason why I don't want him to get the fight, because it's just gonna make Canelo shit inflated and look more than it really fucking is. Like he did more than he really doing. He's fighting easy competition, man. He ain't fighting none of these good ass black fighters. He ain't fighting none of these good black fighters that he could be fighting. He avoiding them, and he getting away with that shit. And that shit is inflating his resume to make it look like. And 10 years from now, that shit going to record books is gonna look better than it really fucking was, man. That's why I don't want him to get that shit.
I'm gonna keep it solid though.
Canelo going out to the last piece, man.
I'm gonna keep it solid though.
Another piece.
I'm gonna keep it solid though. Yeah. See, he think it's an easy touch, but I think Plant gonna get him, dog. I
agree with him though. I think Plant got the talent to beat him, but he need more seasoning. He got the talent because he got the style that could work against him, but he don't got the experience. He don't fight enough. And he don't got the experience, man. Come on, man.
Well, I say this.
Look who he just beat. Look who. He can't do it. I can't see it, man.
Before Canelo had these other fights that he just recently, these last 4 fights. Okay, last year when Canelo was calling Caleb out, it was after Caleb had just won in Nashville. He was calling him out, and Caleb was saying, "I'm not taking the fight on short notice. You know, I need some time off, and I need a full training camp." All right. Then and Canelo wasn't going for undisputed at that time. He was after him because it was a per se easy fight. But if they had fought then, it would have been a little bit more even. People felt a little bit better about Caleb at that time because Canelo hadn't beat the Billy Joe. He hadn't beat a couple other guys in other weight divisions. But now it looks like Canelo can't be beat. But I'm gonna tell you, I still think Caleb is very capable of giving this man a good fight. And if he can pull off half of what Billy Joe pulled off, because he ain't gonna get caught like Billy Joe. He ain't gonna get caught putting his head down there all stupid and stuff, setting himself up for a punch like that. If he can box Canelo like Billy Joe was boxing, it's gonna be a little bit more complicated for Canelo to get Caleb out of there than it was to get Billy Joe out of there.
I agree. I
hold on.
agree
Let me say that.
potentially.
Now the 10 million
Potentially.
thing.
Let's finish this
But it ain't
fight.
happening
We
now.
can argue after this.
Hold on. The $10
Nigga,
million
we gonna
is not absurd.
Nigga, that fight's almost
Let me
done.
finish.
Nigga. After the
Let me
fight,
finish, man.
after this.
All right, we'll finish
Uh,
it. We'll finish the fight.
The $10 million is not absurd for them to be asking for because Billy Joe got $8 million. The guy that Canelo fought before that got
where y'all at in the fight? Where y'all at in the fight?
I'm at the end. I'm at the end. Well, we can start the next round.
My fight don't end, man.
They about to walk out right now. Charles just hit his glove, so y'all tell me when y'all get this.
Yeah.
So we can be close.
I'm about. Let me rewind. Hell, I didn't start watching.
I'm at 249.
Where you at, Kyle?
I ain't even started yet. Here they go. The action. So I'll be at the. I'm gonna tell you when I get to 249.
I'm at 229 right now.
249. Let's get it. 249. Let's get it.
249.
Oh shit! This 10th round, boy. God damn it! Damn. Who he
That's
hit?
why
He hurt Tony Harrison in
it-
this round too. If y'all remember, he hurt Tony Harrison in this round.
Yeah. Watch to see if he do what Derrick James said. Dig to the body, double up the jab, and then take the big shot.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, it is.
Made him stand up on his tippy toes a little bit with that with that body shot.
Yep.
Where y'all in the round?
Double jab, same thing Tony Harrison been doing the whole fight. Double jab, double jab.
Where y'all at in
I'm
the
at
round?
206. I'm at 205.
Me too. Same place.
Oh, I'm at 140. I'm at 140.
I'm at 205.
Shit, you got that one, boy. They still got Jamal Charlo down. That's fucking crazy. I don't really like Marcos Villegas anyway, though. That motherfucker. Oh yeah, he getting wobbly. Yeah, he getting wobbly.
I told you he hurt him in this round. Man. I think he dropped him in this round too.
Nah, nigga.
I think he drops him in this round.
Yeah, I think he dropped him in this round and then finished him in the next round.
Yeah.
I
just want to see if it's the
body
body and the double jab, and when he go to lean over, is that way he
He's
catch him?
feeling that body work too. He feeling that body work.
Double jab, double jab.
Oh shit!
Jamal with another good one too. Yeah, this is a good fight, man.
Oh
Hey,
shit! He
Even when he hit
him.
a motherfucker in the arm, that shit hurt.
Hey, Harrison slid in a good one in
Good
between.
straight left. Oh, that was a good straight left by Harrison.
Yep. I saw it.
This motherfucker, it's a fucking dog fight, man. Shit, I gotta add. Fuck.
Gotta get that premium, Kyle. Gotta get that premium.
Yeah, gotta get that premium, John.
Harrison came on strong. In the last 20 seconds, Harrison came on strong.
Yeah. That's where I'm at now. I'm at 14 seconds.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Pause yours at 14.
Just went off.
All right, pause yours
14.
for the next round.
He damn sure hurt him though. Okay.
I'm at 40. I'm at 45.
Yeah, see, that's all Charlo.
I'm at 30. Hold on. Let me pause it.
Man, this shit's fucking good, man.
All right.
This is what we. Hey,
All right. Hold on. I just started the 11th round, so I'll wait for y'all.
All right, that's why I'm 11 round 248.
Hey,
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at.
Can I tell y'all something, bro? This is what I envisioned the boxing section to be when I first started doing this type of shit right here, where all of us is in here chopping it up and watching the fight. This feels good.
Yeah, shout out to S. Riddle, man.
SF right?
Shout out to y'all, man.
This shit was fucking good. All right, the round just went off. So y'all see y'all at 46.
248. All right, I'm at 248.
248 in the 11th round, the last round.
All right, hold on. Let me see where I'm at. All right, we good. I'm at 247. So go ahead.
Hey, he loading up now.
Shit, he hit him.
And Harrison out here bullshitting. What you call him? Just fainted at him, and got back on his ass.
Good uppercut. Another good uppercut.
You see how patient Charlo is, bro? The patience
he bugging right now.
just showed.
And he's still going to the body right now.
Oh God, damn that motherfucker.
Them hooks across the temple.
Sheesh. He look how he's chasing them ankles, man. God,
he kept digging that right. He kept digging that right hook to the body, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna be on some bullshit.
Hey, we digging the right and the left.
Hey, I'm gonna be on some bullshit like ESPN. Man, he looks like a Muhammad Ali out there. He's switching ankles, he's moving his feet, great footwork, better than Muhammad Ali. These motherfuckers.
Yeah, but Harrison was bugging though, man, putting his hands up and shit like that, trying to show up, man. He's just fight, man. Fuck all that. I knew y'all had a serious workup up to that fight. And you got a lot of ego in there and shit. That's what it was.
That's that Detroit shit.
And he did it. He dug to the body and came back up with the big shot.
He wiggled.
He dug to the body and came back up with the big shot. He didn't double up on the jab. He had been setting it up with the jab, but he dug.
He wobbled.
There it is.
He dug to the body and came back up with the big shot.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, anytime you see a guy smile and shake his head, you know he hurt.
Now he hurt. Yeah,
I'm surprised Harrison even got the count on that third knockdown. What's Charlo on the ropes already? Goddamn!
Yeah, when he landed like them 4 uppercuts in a row.
Bishop was already in the ring.
Yeah, that damn uppercuts. Those uppercuts. He lucky even got that count.
Let me tell y'all something. See, we can no longer talk shit about Jack Reese and him letting Fury up because he's known for letting niggas get back up. So we can't.
He kind of like what's his name, man? Who was that who used to let you get your ass whooped, son?
Mills Lane?
No. It wasn't Mills Lane, man. It was somebody else. Though.
But listen, when
he just started stopping fights, man. You know the one flat top, bro.
Oh, listen to the fucking haircut.
Bayless,
that cuz haircut, blood.
Not Bayless, man. Tony Weeks. Tony Weeks used to let you get your ass whooped, son.
Hey, rewind that shit back, y'all. Hey, rewind that shit back real quick.
The stoppage came because it was bound to come, but I really didn't like that timing of that stoppage.
No, that was a good stoppage. He had already been stopped twice in that round.
I thought they should have stopped it before with them damn triple uppercuts, man.
That's what I thought they should have stopped it. Not at that point.
Yeah, that was a good stoppage, man. It was a good stoppage.
The stoppage was bound to come, but I just thought at that point he should have stopped it beforehand.
Yeah.
But either way,
the whole purpose we watched this fight was because y'all said Jamil was losing before the knockout, and obviously he wasn't.
Can I get an apology from all you niggas, please?
What? Fuck no! You thought he won every round. Stop it, Kyle.
Hey,
won every goddamn round, Kyle.
Shit.
He didn't lose a round.
He didn't lose a round on your card.
He lost 2 to 3
My thing
rounds.
was I felt he was boxed that he did better than he did in the first fight.
Yeah, but see,
that was my main thing.
Niggas gotta watch what's in front of them. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I still thought.
Hey, but I gotta show y'all this nigga. I gotta show y'all this haircut though, blood. I gotta show y'all this haircut. That's what I gotta show y'all. I gotta show y'all this haircut.
Kyle finna get a strike.
No, it's gonna be like a picture. Ain't gonna play nothing. But y'all gotta see this fucking haircut, dude. This haircut was fucking terrible.
Who haircut?
This nigga that came running in the ring, cuz his haircut was.
Oh, I know who you talking about, the big guy.
Dog, y'all gotta see this shit.
Hey, send the link, Kyle.
Hey, well, no haircut more terrible than what they did to Regis Prograis for the Josh Taylor fight. That shit was trash.
I didn't even see it, dog. I don't even remember. I gotta rewatch that.
They got that nigga a chili bowl, bro.
Yeah, I gotta
that kung fu shit. Yeah, that kung fu shit.
You can't win a fight with a fucked up haircut, cuz you just can't do it.
Hey, they fucked that nigga whole feng shui off.
Yeah, man. You can't win a fight with a fucked up haircut, bro. It just can't happen. That's why Charlo almost lost. That's why he had not almost lost, but that's why he had a rough fight. That haircut was fucked up.
Oh shit. Stupid.
Hey, this was some good shit. This was some good fucking shit. Hey, I'm gonna start doing this shit. We gotta start doing this shit every week, man.
Hey, we got to, bro.
Tuesdays is gonna be dedicated to breaking fights down. We're gonna watch some real good fights and we're gonna break them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is dope. This is real fire. I like this.
Oh, here you go. Here this shit go right here, bro. When y'all see this shit, y'all gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
Hey, Lynn, Ray, I'm with you, dog. I'm bald. I ain't got them haircut problems.
Look at this shit here.
Hey,
Motherfucker, I'm gonna show y'all right now.
Too. I ain't got to deal with that no more.
Hey,
boom.
the nigga I'm about to show right now, nice. He needs to go bald, cuz. Look at this shit here. Look at this shit, man.
Say, bro, he ain't got a taper fade. That shit is a straight line back.
Yeah, come the fuck on.
What the fuck is that?
He ain't got, man, listen. He ain't got no friends, dog.
Bruh.
Bro, say, that nigga get the meme there. How would they know? Nigga, we gonna pause this bitch. How would they know? Shit, we paused that shit and seen that fake ass taper fade. That boy line starting in the middle of this shit.
Listen, I'm gonna fast forward for y'all.
That's one of them haircuts you get in the kitchen, bro.
Hey, I'm finna fast forward for y'all so y'all get another view of this shit. See, I can't really play the video like I want to, but this shit's fucked up.
Hey, that nigga line is having a war, boy. It's fighting to stay there.
Hold on. Now look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look, come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, let it go, bro. Let it go. Just let it go.
Shit go.
Just let it go,
you better let it go.
Let this shit go.
Let it go now. Shit.
This one. Hold on, bro, because he I think he did another turnaround.
Hey, that nigga hairline took the TKO.
So what days you want to do this on, Kyle? Which one? Tuesdays, Fridays? What days you want to dedicate it?
Tuesdays.
Okay.
We'll do Tuesdays.
Like they ain't even fade the line and touch up the table.
What's the next fight we're gonna break down? The next close fight. What y'all want to do? Triple G Canelo 1?
We can do that one. We can do that one. I was gonna say Jamal and Korobov, but because people said that one, but yes, the Triple G and Canelo 1.
Because I think it's universally known that Triple G won that first fight, but you never know. You got some people out there who feel like Canelo won that fight, or it was a draw. What didn't they call it? I feel
like the fight was a draw. I feel like that fight was a draw.
I feel like Triple G won it, but I hadn't watched it since that night, so we'll have to go back and watch that.
Yeah, we can watch that one.
Damn, this was a close fight, man.
Yeah, good fight.
The only fight we can't watch that we need to watch. This one we need to have one of them cats with that Wilder Fury one. Watch that shit together on this.
No. Can't do it.
I can do it.
I can't do it because I'm not gonna be objective. Fury, Wilder didn't lose a round.
But guess what? I did a rewatch a couple months ago with some people that was not for Wilder, and they all scored it.
You breaking up, bro. You breaking up. But yeah, say Jay Dixon did call this, bro, the Tuesday night fight. He said that's a good idea, something to keep around. He said that earlier in the chat, bro. Everybody in the chat was with it. Say Tuesday night fights.
And so what we'll do a elimination. So when the live stream start, we'll have 4 fights up, and we'll do an elimination.
Bet.
So we'll all just vote on
right now. Everybody in the chat put fights that y'all want to do for next week. And
that's my vote, man. Triple G Canelo 1, bro. That's my vote.
Don't y'all think we need to do that more than once a week?
Man, we got Wire Wednesday.
Yeah.
MMA Thursday. We'll have another day to do it.
And then Fridays y'all do the breakdown the free fight for this week. The fight for the fight this week. That's the breakdown for the fight that's coming on Fridays.
Yeah, Friday.
Hey, so listen, since it was J.A. Dixon's idea, this is what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we'll do. And if it's not no fight week, if it's not a fighter, if it's not like no fight that week, then we'll just do a random fight. Now I'm be honest with you, y'all know I'm a huge Errol Spence fan, so all of August is Errol Spence.
All right. Let's go back. Hey, how about this? How about this? We go back and watch Pacquiao Tim Bradley 1.
Look at this shit.
Hey,
somebody cut that Sigma side. Somebody cut that Sigma side.
Hey, boy, that boy, look at say he got the M for Mario hat on the side of his shit.
Come on, man. That's fucking crazy. That shit like an M for real. You are dead on.
Say look like the M on Mario hat. Say, hey. But hey,
that motherfucker out of pocket, dude. He out of pocket for this haircut. He know he out of pocket.
Hey, maybe we can watch since Errol none coming up. Maybe we can watch. We watched Jamil fight right here. Maybe we can watch Errol versus Sean Porter again.
I just watched that yesterday too.
Yeah,
I'm about to say, I just watched that like 2 weeks ago.
I watched that fight like 3-4 times, bro.
What if we
that fucking
what if we reviewed Castano's fights?
We can do Castano Lara. Let's do Castano Lara. Let's do Castano Lara for real. Yeah, we had time right now. I'll do that shit right now because that's the fight.
We ain't doing it tonight. I'm nigga. Shit.
That's because your ass gotta go to sleep.
No, I got to do something better than sleep.
Well, shit, you should already been in there.
Let the church say.
I swear to God, why you still on the phone?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get
listen. Any other night, 30 minutes into the show, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's always a treat. We play as me, you know. Thank you for breaking bread with me. Hey, you know, gotta go.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
That would happen 30 minutes into the show, bro. Mess around with me.
What I really want to happen, bro. Like seriously, I really want to happen though, bro. Like seriously though, I really want to make enough money on YouTube where I ain't gotta do no overtime at work. Like I work the regular hours. I would love to just have to work the regular hours, and then YouTube gave me my overtime money where I could do this shit here, where we could kick it all fucking night. Because the best shows is when I can stay up all fucking night. You know what I'm saying? When I'm able to stay up all night, the shows are the best.
Hey, Colin.
Yeah.
Your wife right now telling you to wash your ass and come do your dance.
Oh, hey, listen, man. We gonna get there. Hey,
keep talking to us long enough, Yank.
Hey, what he say? In the words of the great philosopher DJ, we gonna get there. Don't worry about that, Bucko. We gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. For real, I do need a super chat. I'm 300 subscribers away from the super chat. We at 730, so we coming, man. It's getting there. Hey, listen, fuck a super chat. You know what I'm saying? Throw it to the Cash App. That way it can go straight to the church's collection plate. You know what I'm saying? Send it. You know what I mean? It goes straight to the church's bills. You dig? You can wire that straight to the account, church's account. Let the church say amen. But I ain't gonna, but see, this is what I had envisioned for the boxing session. That's what's crazy that he said that because I was trying to get all the homies to come through on pay-per-view fight nights, and we all just chop it up. But see, Reggie Owens does so fucking good when he does his play-by-play for these fights that I gotta watch my nigga Reg, man. Matrix R, where the hell you been at, man? Salute to you, my brother. Lynn Wright, man, appreciate all the support too, brother. Appreciate you, man. 100% appreciate you. But yeah, man, that's what I envisioned. But because if Reg wasn't so fucking good at them pay-by-plays, we would break down the fights all together. Every nigga that's on the panel right now, we would break down the fights, the pay-per-view fights together. But now that shit is back open. Now that the shit back open, man, we're gonna be at the fights and shit. So it's all good, Cletus. Man, we should have got on earlier. But yeah, man, in the words of the great philosopher, man, Lil E, breathe air and live life. You know, it's always a true and player as me. Thank y'all for breaking bread with me. You know what I'm saying? Another like the other one, same super heated. We're gonna stay on well, y'all gonna stay on because we got Centos, we got Eli Zachary. You know what I'm saying? We got Best Pugilist. We got my nigga DJ. Ain't no loud heavy machinery behind him. So he gonna be up. He gonna be up tonight. And if y'all want to join the panel, fuck, man. Dirty sons of bitches. Centos, you got 2 calls. You got 2 fucking calls. All right. Use the 2 calls wisely. Don't call me 400 times as you did the other night. Now you got
how much time you need? You need 5 minutes or you need 30?
hey! In the words of the great philosopher,
hey, give him 20 minutes, Centos. You know you got to preheat at least 8 minutes, so give him 20.
Hey! In the words of the great philosopher, Smokey, give me 3 minutes, maybe even 4. She wouldn't marry me.
Buy for it won't be none.
Oh shit. Listen, man, I love y'all, man. Appreciate everybody that comes on this channel every day, man, to support your boy. Man, I don't take it lightly, man. I really appreciate y'all, man, coming through here, staying up all fucking night. Y'all really helped me get through these nights, man. When a motherfucker hate his job and he can come to his own place of business and get the support that I get from y'all, man. Much love. You know what I'm saying? Much love to every one of y'all, man.
Do, man.
And listen,
I do, man.
Go to the Earl Smith fight. Come holla at your boy. They say that the merch is gonna be on sale this week. So y'all know I'm gonna get my merch. Y'all already know that. You know what I'm saying? When it come to Earl Smith, we don't really fuck around that much. But so what we'll do next week, man. We'll pick. So tomorrow is what, Thursday? Well, tomorrow Wednesday.
Wednesday,
right?
Bro. Wednesday is Wire Wednesday tomorrow.
Okay, so before we get started on the wire, because this is gonna be the last time we do it how we've been doing it. Because me and Big Tempo are gonna record the show, and then we're gonna pause and break it down and shit like that. So and then we'll be in the chat with y'all chopping it up like that. And then what I'm finna say? Shit. Tomorrow we'll vote on the fights tomorrow. So we'll pick 4 fights, and then because that way we'll do a versus. So we'll do a final 4 bracket. So this fight versus this fight, this fight versus this fight, and then we'll do these 2 fights, and then whichever one we pick, that's what we'll watch for that night.
Hey, question real fast. Can we squeeze that Castano Lara fight in this week? That way we can just this time. That way we can get a comparison of both fighters.
Friday night. Friday night fights.
Okay, there we go.
We'll do it on Friday. We'll do it on Friday. So listen, Friday, nigga, y'all know I can step off fucking night damn near. So we'll be able to do. We should be able to do 2 fights on Friday. So we'll do the Rosario fight. And then we'll do 3 fights. So we'll catch up. We'll do the Rosario Charlo fight, his last fight, right? And then we'll do Castano Lar, and then we'll do Castano his last fight to get the title. That's how we'll do it.
Oh, what fights we doing this week?
So Friday we're gonna do 3 fights on Friday. We're gonna start off with Castano Lar. And then we're going to do Jason Rosario versus Charlo, and then we're going to do Castano versus whoever he just fought last.
Oh, okay.
So that way,
YouTube automatically replayed Ortiz and Wilder 1 after that Charlo fight. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, man. I mean, that was a hell of a fight too. That was a fucking dog fight. Now listen, if y'all don't agree with how I judge the fight, that's cool. But as long as I don't do no egregious shit where I give a nigga no rounds and knowing he won rounds, you know what I'm saying? That's when y'all can come talk to me about some shit. But I told y'all, man, Charlo was winning that fight. But yeah, man. Friday night, that's what we on. Tomorrow is Wire Wednesday. That's the last Wednesday we gonna fuck around with it. As far as like how we gonna do it, we're gonna do a premiere so that way I can be in the chat, we can chop it up. That way me and him actually get through the episode with no spoilers. You feel me? Shout out to my nigga Mark Nash, but he is the spoiler king. Another great show, man. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, dude. When we able to step all fucking night together, you know what I'm saying, and me not having to be up at 4 a.m., This show is fucking lit. I ain't gonna even. This show is fucking lit. And I appreciate everybody that has came through tonight, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. Keep this shit going. Keep this shit going. Either we call it Centos Chronicles or we call it the Skybox. Either way, it's a show. All right, y'all. I'm holler at y'all at mañana.
All right, my man.
All right, man. Take it easy. All right, fellas, man. I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm ready. If y'all don't mind, let's go ahead and crank up that Canelo Triple G1 if y'all really want to do it right now.
Fine with me.
Huge. What y'all think?
I mean, it's gonna be difficult for me because I'm leaving. I'm about to close down at work and leave and leave.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna be a little difficult for me.
Okay, another time then. We got time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, who was that in the chat? Let me see. He was talking about Castaño. Mir said Castaño and Sorrow.
To Sheriff?
No, Sorrow.
Sorrow.
Soro.
I say I hadn't, like I said, I've only seen 2 of his fights, and that was one of them.
Yeah. I seen this one, but I didn't think much of it at the time because I didn't know who Brian Castaño was really. Castaño, he's not a bad fighter, bro. He cut the ring. He does a decent.
He one of them guys that bite down on his mouthpiece and get after it.
Yeah, but he does a decent job of actually cutting the ring off too.
Yeah,
he's not.
He doesn't follow like a lot of brawlers, a lot of power punches. They follow.
Yeah.
He really cuts the ring off, man. So
yeah, he steps to the side. He's not fast laterally, but his mental of knowing when to go there. Yeah. And when you throw a couple shots at him, he'll get off the line and reset you. I think we really do need to pay attention to these fights right now coming up because everybody just assumed like Brian Castaño just a walkover, but he really do get off the line because he's short.
Go ahead, my bad, man.
Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just gonna say I don't think he a walkover, but at the same time, I just think his style is tailor made for Jamel. It's certain guys, and it was the old saying in boxing: styles make fights. Just like I believe Jose Ramirez and Regis Prograis are tailor made for Tank at 140.
See, the one thing that I do see about him right now that I think he gonna have hell with Charlo is when Charlo turn him, he don't turn his hips fast. He moves laterally good enough and expecting where to cut off the ring and all, but he does not turn his hips fast enough. And I think if Charlo put together his boxing and double up on the jab, hit him with something big, check him to the body, and come out on the other side and turn him, I think he's gonna be set up for something real big, coming off like a nice right hook. Because I see him right now. When the Sorrow dude, he's not even trying to do it. He's just trying to escape and get out of the corner. But when he turn out, he coached by Sanchez. But when he turns to come out of the corner, his hips are late turning around with his upper body. So he's off balance for those type of shots all day long. Like we said, when Lara fought him, the second half of the fight, he fought a much better fight boxing and moving.
Man, see this. I was just sitting here looking at the rankings, man. Now this hadn't been updated since July the 1st, but I'm looking at the welterweight rankings. How is Abel Ramos number 2 with the WBA? And Boots ain't ranked him.
Abel Ramos just had that big win over Brandon Figueroa.
At welterweight?
Yeah. Not Brandon Figueroa, Omar Figueroa. He beat Omar Figueroa after he came off the draw.
That was threw me off. I was like, hold on. I thought Brandon Figueroa was at
it was Omar. After he came off of that, what should have been a draw at best, over Ugas, with Ugas. After he came off of that, he beat Brandon Figueroa. Yeah, he had. Matter of fact, I think he knocked Brandon Figueroa out, didn't he? Or knocked him down at least. But I think he knocked him out.
Castaño versus Soro. I'm gonna look at the chat, see what these guys.
I'm watching this Castaño versus Soro fight right now. It's not that it's a big fight of a back and forth. It's just you can see Castaño actually moving. This guy ain't nowhere near Charlo level, but he's a big dude that move a little bit. He not moving that much, but he picking some good shots. At least it ain't turned up. The fight ain't turned up yet. I don't. The guy is very hesitant with his feet. His feet not quick. Huh?
Hey, Led Ray, I was just looking in the chat. Hey, Led Ray, I can't watch Reggie Owens break down fights no more, man. I be laughing too damn hard. Reggie Owens be going on old Jim Ross from
Look
WWE.
at this bitch.
Oh
Hey,
my God, he killed him. He killed him.
Hey, I do the same shit. I ain't gonna even lie. I was
He's
on Ace
back.
Money Show a channel one time, and shit. They had me doing a fight with I don't know who the fuck that was fighting. They was little guys. It was Jamal Herring and Frampton. Was that Frampton?
Frampton,
He just
yeah.
lost. Yeah.
He
It
just
was
knocked
them.
out Frampton, yeah.
Yeah, I lost my shit. I knocked this bitch out. He wobbly. Shit. Yeah, this fight right here, one guy wants to be real tactical and is really holding his hands, and the other guy is letting his hands go, but he's being responsible. Castaño's being responsible, more responsible than we give him credit for.
Mm.
But I don't think look, watching this fight right now and Jamel, I see ways that Jamel's gonna turn him inside out. I see shots, those big looping hooks and shit. I think he gonna get hit with those motherfuckers all day, and then he gonna get a little bit of that body work and that jab straight down the middle.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Castaño's gonna be there to be hit.
Yeah,
he is gonna be there all night. Now he's gonna keep coming forward. He's gonna make no mistake about it. Even though he's in supreme condition, he's gonna make Jermell Charlo fight. But I think that will also work against Castaño, man. Like I was saying, he's gonna be there to be hit. And that's too easy for a guy like Jermell Charlo. Now, will he get him out of there is one thing. I don't think he's gonna knock him out per se, but I think an accumulation of shots.
I think he's gonna gas out on Jamel. I think he's gonna gas out. Yeah, I think he's gonna check him to the body enough, and he gonna work that jab enough and keep him having to work to try to keep up. And I think he's gonna hit him with something big.
And also keeping that pressure on fighters takes a lot out of you too.
Yes.
When you miss.
Yes. Just because I watched him, and like a week and a half ago, he was still real soft around the midsection, and everything that he was doing that I saw was mainly a lot of strength training and some core training, but he was training as if to keep himself together when he got tired mentally, to stay focused. Like he was doing the Lomachenko, like tapping the colors, following the rhythms and stuff like that, type training. He was doing shit like that in plank position and everything. And then I saw him, he was doing that in like plank position, and then I saw him doing a lot of strength training, but he had the sauna suit on, and he still looked real soft around the midsection, where when you talk about Jamel been in shape for 4-5 months. He ain't got out of shape, Yeah. So I just wonder if this guy's gonna gas, And for me, for him to be that soft in the midsection, he should have been in great shape, because he just fought in February to get that belt from Texara, and he already knew this fight was coming up. So I don't even know why he kind of even blew up a little bit.
Yeah, I remember that fight. I was at a damn I think it was a Valentine's Day party or something like that when he fought. I remember that fight that night.
Yeah.
Let's see. Never mind. Let me go back up some. Let me see. Trying to figure out, just looking at these, looking at the rankings and the sanctioning bodies, who would be next for Jamal Charlo? Who do y'all think?
Jamal?
Yeah,
For
Jamal.
me, honestly, I think Jamal next fight got to be Eubanks or Danny Jacobs or
Yeah,
Benavidez.
Jacobs gonna get that Joe Smith Jr. fight.
Who? Oh, Danny Jacobs.
Jacob. From what I've heard, you about to get that Joe Smith Jr. fight.
I just got out the sauna suit. That's when, man, that shit, man. I dropped 3 pounds so damn fast. Shit, I was in that sauna suit running after right in between Fred's show. I was in the sauna suit running that shit right there. I was like, God damn, I was peeling out that motherfucker after I did my cool down walk. Like shit, let me hurry up and get out this bitch. Had my ass was 263 2 weeks ago, and now I'm down to 249, 248. I gotta keep on working. I'm trying to get down to 220, 215. Shit.
Man, I ain't been 263 since 10th grade.
Bro, I carry that shit, and I carry it pretty good. But I realized, like, shit, when I really got to moving around and doing shit, I like, man, I've been carrying this shit so good. Everybody like, boy, your ass done got big, shit, nigga. Yeah, your ass carrying that shit, and it's like, okay, it's cool. But when I started actually moving around and shit, I like, nah, I got to get this shit off me. I ain't nothing but 6 foot, so shit, being that fucking heavy, like. It don't matter how good you carry it, shit. You gotta carry that shit.
Yeah, everybody frame ain't meant to carry all that weight, man. Yeah, man, them sauna suits. I had to get out that one that I was wearing, man. I had to get out of it. I felt like I was suffocating. Get this shit off me.
I've been in that motherfucker. I might go run again after breakfast. Shit, when I feel it, I just shit try to turn up and get this shit off me, man. I've been doing my vegan meals and shit. We done had vegan nachos, fucking vegan fajita bowls where do the mushrooms, bell peppers, onions, and refried beans and rice and everything, and stewed tomatoes. And I did fucking vegan pho. Well, I went to the Vietnamese restaurant and got their vegan pho. So I've been trying to get this shit off me, man.
I feel you, bro.
Yeah, I cut this shit off me. I feel a whole lot better here. I went to.
We lost pictures.
Yeah. I think he had to. Like he said, he was about to close up at work or something. And yeah, man.
Yeah, I went to. I've been doing a little chiropractic and stuff, and I'm gonna go do this little therapy session and shit. Derek James actually go to the same spot and go through the therapy session, but my cousin-in-law and shit, he said Errol done came in a couple times, and one of Errol's sparring partners actually goes to the gym and shit too. But my cousin-in-law is the chiropractor there, and we've been going getting our adjustments and shit there since we getting back to working out and shit. And I go get my adjustments once a week. And this Friday, I'll be doing a little therapy session that they have. So help relieve the toxins and shit out your body after you've been working and pushing a little bit. So we'll see how all that shit go. I just want to be healthy, man. Shit, all this cancer and all this high blood pressure and all these different preservatives and shit that they put in the food. I just want to be healthy.
Which bacteria treatment are you getting?
That ozone treatment.
Yeah, I think they got one where your body could be in it, and then they got another where your feet will be in the tub.
No, where your whole body is,
I'm
where
not
your
sure
whole
which one
body's in
you
the capsule of your head out.
whole body.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You're gonna be floating.
Huh?
You'll be floating.
I have
You'll be
I have
floating or
never
laying on
had the
something.
treat. I have
Mm.
never had the treatment yet, so this is gonna be my first time doing the treatment. You know,
I'm
so I'm
supposed
yeah,
to
this will
get
be my
it done.
first time, so I can't even tell you exactly how all of it go.
Hmm.
Yeah, the vegan food is not that bad, man.
It's
Like
actually not, bro. I was pleasantly surprised. I had some vegan tenders once, man. I was pleasantly surprised, dog. I was like, this don't taste like drywall.
it's not bad. I'm telling you, we did. My wife made the salmon croquet or crab cakes out of it, and she did like the heart of palm and garbanzo beans, and season it all up with the green onions and everything, and fried it. Man, that it was good as hell. We had that with rice, and it was good as hell. I was like, damn. It wasn't that expensive. It's not like it was just it's the prep time that's the big thing, bro. The J.A. Dixon, I was thinking about actually buying one of those bikes, the Peloton bikes, or either just buying a bike to get in rhythm with it right now and actually doing the sauna suit in that bike. But in my amenity center across the way, we do have the Peloton bike, so I might just not be lazy and drive and drive the 3 minutes across the street and go to the amenity center and actually get on the bike, because like here right now late night, early morning, that could be what I do for you. Just reminded me, because I haven't been in when the corona hit, I bought all my own gym shit and put in here. We got our treadmill, and I got my weight set and my squat rack and my dumbbells and tension kinetic bands and shit. I got all that shit here at the house, so I haven't been. So I didn't even think until you just said something that yeah, I could take my ass right across there to the amenity center and go get in the bike. And I need to probably go swim. The pool's open now, so I probably go to the pool. Shit, all the shit right here in the fucking neighborhood, and I ain't even been using it. Now that I'm actually thinking about it since you said something, yeah, probably go do that shit. I feel good. My energy level feels good right now with the with doing it. The last thing I had that I kind of cheated on was when I did go to the restaurant. I did get the spring rolls, which they're rice wraps and a bunch of lettuce, but they got like 3 shrimp in them. So I did kind of cheat with that, I guess. But beyond that, shit, I just been doing the vegan thing. That shit was hard as fuck. I wanted to cheat so bad the other day because I still had shit in my freezer, but I'm like, I just want to I want to cut the weight off. I just want to once I cut the weight off and I get myself where I'm mobile and I got my wind and my body flowing good, then I can start putting a little stuff in there. But I still gonna do probably 80-90% vegan. I'll just watch how much meat I put in my diet.
So, oh man, you making me hungry now.
I had a lot of fucking. I'm telling you, say I ate that heart of palm. That heart of palm. See, I'm a dog person too and shit. So part of that you learn all kind of nutrition shit. But I used to do palmetto root to help build up their libido and to help build up their libido and keep their productive system good. The not pituitary glands, but the shit. I have to think about it. But just the reproductive system and libido. And come to find out that harder palm, because I'm like, why the fuck do I feel like this? I feel so amped up and ready to go. I'm like, God damn. but that heart of palm is made from that palmetto root, in some instances, and coconut trees and palm trees. So you can understand why some of these guys got a lot of energy. It's really boosting their testosterone, being an estrogen cutter just naturally. Yeah, pineapples do. No, you talk. You say shake my head. I'm eating Doritos and drinking pineapple Fuego. No, I thought you were finna say something good. Yeah, but like pineapples, they help cut fat real good too. Eating pineapples and watermelon help with blood flow and help build up their libido too. So and a lot of times with men, that testosterone level that lost when we get a little older, that's what really take the hardness away from us in our bodies and shit. But when you eat right and you build that shit up, you recover better and everything because it controls the hormones. And then you start most of the foods that feed that actually start to stimulate your beta receptors, from one body part to the next, and help aid getting the nutrition to your body to recover. So that's I'm working on getting myself the right fucking nutrition plan back together and actually doing what I need to do. I know a lot of shit, but not like not like technical terms like I should know, because hell, you don't use it, you lose it. And a lot of shit that I actually did, I wish. Well, I can't share a picture, but I probably put one on my thumbnail next time, so y'all can see a picture when I was really in shape. Shit, I was in shape, But I remember one of the guys, I was running on the mill for like 30 minutes, and the dude said, "Man, what are you training for?" I said, man, I just training to feel good. He like, dude, you've been running on that fucking mill. I had went in and I was just running. I did my dips, I did I did my workout and shit, and all my pulls and everything on the machines, and I went over there and started running. And the dude was looking at me, said, man, why are you running like that, bro? I was like, shit, yeah, it just feel good to open your lungs up,
Wait a minute, Sebastian Fundora fighting on that Spence card?
Man, Sebastian Fundora is fighting his ass off, bro.
Man. How many times that kid done fought this year? Ain't he done already fought 3 times this year?
Well, he done fought like 7 times, bro. Bro, he fought like I know bullshit, bro. He fought like 5 times. He fought like 5 or 6 times last year. Hold on, let's pull his box rec up, bro. This motherfucker fought like 7 times.
I'm just sitting here looking at these cards coming up, man, and they was like Sergio Garcia and Sebastian Fundora on the Spence Pacquiao card.
Oh, he fighting Sergio Garcia?
Yup.
Wow, that's his step up. He fought Cota, and beat the shit out of Cota.
Oh, it's just saying reportedly. It's just saying reportedly, so it ain't a done deal. Oh shit, man.
Hey, what's calling rocked? This Soro dude rocked Castano ass at the bell though in one of these rounds.
Yeah, Reggie, I agree with that, man. All these young fighters, dog. If you're not fighting more than 4 rounds in a fight, if you're not taking no injuries, get your ass back in there, man.
Yeah. But the thing about
look, I need another fight. You're not paying me shit. It shouldn't be hard to find me another fight, bro.
The thing that's crazy about Fundora is fighting on the big cards, though.
I noticed that. I noticed that he's getting a good look, man. They building him up for something.
Same way with Mario Barrios. That's how people was like, "Who's Mario?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, how you don't know?" He all the way back to Danny Garcia versus Thurman.
I'm guilty. I had never heard of.
Bro, every big fight that you can watch damn near, he had been on. Danny Garcia versus Thurman. Back then, he was on that card. He was on Mikey Garcia versus AB. He was on Spence and Porter card. He was on Mikey versus Lipinets card. He was on,
because I usually don't watch it to the main card. Like prelims or main card.
He was on the main
I
cards.
don't remember that, man, because I remember the Thurman Porter, and I remember Spence Porter, and I don't remember seeing him on them cards. I really
Yeah,
don't.
bro. He was on a lot of the main cards, bro. He was
Damn, I don't
on
remember that.
who else? Who else shit was he on? Let's see. It was two Mikey Garcia fights. It was two Mikey Garcia fights. Spence Porter, Danny and Thurman. It was like two more. He was on like six on like six big fights. Maybe back on Danny and Thurman. Maybe he was on the untelevised. He might have been on untelevised. But I know on Broner and what you call and then he was on two tank fights. So it was it was six fights. It was two tank fights, two Mikey Garcia fights, Spence and Porter and Danny Garcia and Thurman.
Now, see, I remember when. Now, this is just me. I remember when, Tank was coming up, and I remember when Canelo was coming up, and I remember when AB was coming up because they was all on Oscar cards, they was all on Floyd's cards. So I remember them coming up. I really don't remember Barrios, and I don't know how I missed that. Who else, man? Who else trying to come up now? Now I think they putting what's his name on all the Spence cards. Fundora.
Yeah, they've been getting it in, man. Yeah, but that dude been on. He been on them, but something I didn't hear everybody talk about. Everybody was talking about that matchup of the two giants at 154, and then Leon Lawson the third lost to Gallimore, and it was the referee allowed it. It was a nasty, ugly fight. Did you see that fight?
Which one are you talking about?
Leon Lawson the third, Andre Darrell and them cousin against he's Coach Cunningham fighter against Gallimore, the guy that got knocked out by Rosario, or that knocked out Rosario, the guy that knocked out Rosario.
Knocked out Rosario.
Yeah.
I ain't see that fight.
Yeah, that fight was just like a week or two ago, bro. That fight, like everything.
No, I missed that card. I was at work. I remember that. I remember folks talking about it, but I missed that one.
Yeah, it was on a Sunday.
Yeah. Because that was the same night. What's his name? Fought Morrell.
Yeah. It was on that Morrell card.
Yeah. I missed that card.
Was it on the Morrell card?
Yeah, because it was the same night. What's his name, man? Them two guys fought at cruiserweight, wasn't it?
It was the same day. Okay, one of the fights was in the night, one of the fights was in the day, because they also had the young prospect Trayvon Marshall, who was punching pretty damn good that day, and I watched him also. But Morrell, but Morrell has to get some more technique behind himself. He a good puncher, and he a good decent athlete. He long and rangy, but he got to get some more technique behind himself before he really just start going crazy, getting into the ring with some of the bigger names. But that fight was that same day as that Morrell fight, but the Morrell fight had the Gallant and F.A. I forget the dude last name. The African heavy puncher. Them motherfuckers was brawling. They had it out, man. Yeah, Lawson was getting touched. And he got touched and he was getting roughed up. And he just didn't have an answer for where everybody thought he was in his career. Gallimore showed he had been in the ring with Texera. He had been in the ring with Rosario, knocked out Rosario. He showed that he had been there before. And like the bigger, taller fighter that had like 5 inches on him. This guy's 6'5" and had I think like a 78-inch reach or something, or probably longer. And he could not fucking keep Gallimore off of him. Gallimore just, put up his high guard, came in, taxed him to the body, roughed him up and turned him, threw the big overhand punches. And then as he started to get tired and he started to cover up and drop his height a little bit, he started to jab him straight up the middle. Hit him with a few uppercuts, but he just made it a rough, nasty ass fight. At some point, it was some dirty tactics, but the referee allowed it. I mean, he damn near tackled him a few times. And it's like when Coach Cunningham said something from the corner, the referee allowed it even more. I was looking forward to that Lawson versus Fundora too, but Lawson lost. And shit, that fucked up that whole fight. That was gonna be a good one. A battle of the Giants. I tell you another guy who I'm looking at, Breon Garham. Man, he's a pretty good fucking puncher. He ain't the slickest fighter, but he got good, decent movements and fast hands. I'm looking to see what he develops into. It's not that he just great right now, but it's a lot of potential there. I'm looking at that and hoping to see if he if he shows his full potential, or if he gets with the right coaching to be able to bring it out of him. He got good, fast hands though, and he athletic guy. Who are some people y'all looking at? DJ, you still there?
Yeah, my bad, bro. I was doing a lot of moving around.
Yeah, who's some prospects that you've been looking at?
Well, it's hard to still call him a prospect, but because I think he's a championship contender now, which is, of course, Boots Ennis. Let's see, who else? Oh no, I had to look him up because I had a whole bunch of them in my phone. I took pictures of to kind of keep an eye on them. But Fundora is definitely one of them. Yeah. What's his name, man? Kyle just told me about Rasheem Jefferson. Anytime you got a guy 6 foot tall fighting at 126, I'm interested.
Man.
So I'm interested to see him fight. Even though he's already a champion, he's still young in his career. I'm looking to watch Cool Boy Steph.
Yep.
Looking to see his maturation.
But that's like the guy at 120. You say 126. That's like Ray Vargas. He's damn near 6 footer at 126 like that.
Santos, you still with us?
He probably out pulling a load off the truck. Bro, that's crazy how some people make those weights. Like Fundora, bro, like making that fucking weight at 154 at 6'6", 6'7". That's crazy, man.
And that's crazy how he makes that weight, bro. He'll be at light heavyweight before he finishes his career, or maybe even cruiserweight once he really starts growing into that body. Because I think he's only, like 23, 24, something like that.
He only like 22, 23.
Yeah. I'm about to say, ain't he young?
Yeah.
So,
see, there's something that go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. I was just about to look up my list.
See, that was something that I was Fundora. I was thinking like, damn, okay, 154, 160, 168, 175, cruiserweight, the Bridger, and then if he go to all the way up to heavyweight, he could be an actual 7-division champion. He's so big, and because he makes that weight, I remember one time he said that he thought he can make 147. Hey, Castaño is not gonna last with Jermell. I'm watching this fight right now, and everything that he had in the beginning of the rounds, Buddy waited him out and started putting a jab to him, put a high guard up on him, and delivered some counter shots and some nice shit to the body here and there. And he has started to fade. He gets tired, but he has the heart to keep punching and keep fighting. But I done seen him rocked in this fight right now. I done seen him rock 3 or 4 times.
Now you see what I'm talking about? I told you he is there to be hit. He is gonna be there the whole fight to be hit.
Yeah. He started out cutting the ring off.
I don't know if Charlo will knock him out, but he's definitely gonna be there to be hit.
I think he
Think
gonna
he
knock
gonna
him
knock
out.
him out? Okay.
Yeah, because Lyra had him faded real bad, but didn't have the power to really knock him out, and wasn't going to the body. This dude right here punching him to the body. He done rocked him a couple times already, and he's starting to walk him down. But the thing about it is he's not keeping a steady pressure on him. He's fighting in spurts. Charlo not gonna fight in spurts like that. Charlo may take a round off or may slow the pace a little bit, change the pace, but he's not gonna fight in spurts necessarily like that. This guy right now, what I see another thing is he's not athletic enough to really take advantage of the fact that he got slow hips. So he allowing him to just laterally step with him and come with him. But a lot of times right now when he's getting tired later on in the fight, he's not really just he's starting to follow at times. Charlo gonna be on his toes and gonna get in and out, gonna turn him, gonna be stronger than him and muscle him a little bit. So yeah.
Yep. Like I can't wait to see this fight.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good for about 6 or 7 rounds. I think it's gonna be good for about 6 or 7 rounds, and I think Charlo gonna take off on him. If he makes it to the stretch, to the stretch, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think by the 8th or 9th round, I think Charlo will start. I think Charlo might fucking get the knockout. 8th or 9th round.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, I just think Charlo gonna beat the fight out of him, and he's gonna be in a state of physical surrender, probably around the 10th round, and I think he'll be strong enough to finish the fight. I think he's even though he's only had 17, 18 fights.
Oh yeah.
I think I think he'll have enough in him to finish the fight. I just think around 9 or 10, he'll be in a state of physical surrender where you'll see him start to back up and just hold his high guard and try not to get beat up. Whereas in the first half of the fight, he's going to be pressuring, trying to get Jamal out of there, because that's just how he fights.
I think Jamil gonna set him up with something nice, bro. One thing that Jamil been doing, one thing that he been doing here lately, when he brought Guzman into the camp, I seen him working on his head movement, and in multiple videos, I've seen him working on his head movement, and he's getting back to that old. He's Derek James fighter, but he also is working on that head movement that he worked on with Ronnie Shields. You know, he's implementing that back into his camp right now to get that muscle memory, because it seemed like that's something. If it was one thing that I can say, it seemed like he lost a little bit of when he got with Derek James. He's been setting up those power shots and getting the knockouts, but he ain't been incorporating his head movement enough that he used to have. So he incorporated that. So that's one thing I give Jamil. He's so focused right now. He's examining his own flaws, and he's going and adding to his own camp, trying to make sure that he covers his ground. He is doing his best to be elite and to be and to set himself up to be a legendary fighter. And the motherfucker is on his business and branding himself for every damn thing that he can that he can get his hands in onto, that he don't mess up with his mouth. Yeah, he noticed his own bad habits. I see. Lynn Ray said Guzman has broken bad habits. Yeah, he is to bring for him to go get him and say, hey, I'm adding you to my camp. Yeah, I like that.
So Guzman, the repairman, huh? Fixing a lifetime of bad habits.
I mean, shit. I wouldn't necessarily say it's just something that he hadn't been working on. The muscle memory of it, what he had been working on before. Yeah, this guy liked to trade at times too. Castano, he liked to trade at times and getting those wars. Yeah, he's not gonna be able. Jamil not gonna do that with him. Jamil gonna hit him with good shit, because Jamil stays focused in the fire and sees what's going on. And this shit that he throwing like he won a war, I can see Jamil slipping that shit and turning him and hitting him with some big shots, slowing him down to the body too. Yeah, just the athleticism of Jamil is something different, you know.
Jamil strikes me as a person that looks for a hard fight. You know, when the tough gets going, he's all with it. You know, and it makes him go up a level or two.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like when we saw him in that Harrison fight, the second fight. Shoot, he turned it up, man, when he had to. Cause he was getting pieced up, he was getting outboxed, and he just turned it up. He knew he could hurt him, but knew he had to catch him though.
Hey, I'm Jay Dixon. I said it on Fred and the show. Jamil will be number one pound for pound if he wins this, man. I hate the disrespect.
I can't agree with y'all on that, man.
Bro, do you see what he just went? He did Harrison twice. He did Trout. He did Trout. Two. He did
I did what you're saying.
Rosario.
I respect all that he's doing, but see, to me, pound for pound is when you multi-divisional, man. I mean, he's only been in that same division since he started. I just don't.
Okay.
I can't go with that because that's me. I mean, it was started because of Sugar Ray Robinson, because he was a multi-division champion, and that's what I still hang on to. I don't.
I agree with that, but I want to ask you this question: who right now is moving around like that outside of Canelo, which Canelo had the suspension and shit for the he always using the stipulations and everything, the hydration clauses, the short fights and all that shit, the Euro tour. Who that's been moving around? Loma just got beat by Teofimo. Inoue is at the weight that he just maybe one division. Man? I mean, who's moving around divisions like that other than Tank right now? And
I still think Terrence is the most decorated for multi divisions right now.
Most decorated, but he ain't gave us a good fight in 3 years, bro.
Yeah, I know, but it ain't totally his fault. I mean, it is and it isn't. I mean, his promotional group is trash. Man, this dude need to move, man.
If we had to say just reality of the fight game right now, just looking at pure fighters right now and what they doing, I don't mind leaving Canelo off, but Canelo is the top of the food chain right now. So we say really Canelo number one right now, and then you put
coming in.
I put Spence at number. If I had to just count everybody, because we made an all black list the other day, but if I had to count everybody, I say Canelo number one. I'll say actually I say Canelo number one, but Canelo accolades right now that
he would be number one, but he got some asterisks with him though, as far as
it's sketchy as shit, bro. It's sketchy as shit. I want to damn near put. I want to put right now. I want to put Spence number one. I want to put Jamil. I want to put Jamil at number two. I want to put Crawford at I'll do this. I'll put Crawford at three. I'll put Crawford at three. I'll put I'll put Canelo at three. I'll go Spence, Jamil, Canelo, Crawford, Tank. And then one person people leave off the list all the time is Rigo. He'll be on the back end. I'll put Rigo at I'll put him at 6. I'll put Rigo at 6. I'll put Josh Taylor at 6. He undisputed right now. I'll put Josh Taylor at 6. Matter of fact, Josh Taylor go to 5. Got to be on. Josh Taylor got to go above Tank.
Hey fellas, I got to drop off, man. It was good talking to y'all tonight, man. I'm gonna keep listening. I'm gonna stay in the chat, but I got to drop off.
Yeah.
Most
definitely, bro. It's good talking to you again, man.
All right, DJ, take care, bro. I feel like they don't really miss pound for pound up, man. As far as what it's supposed to really be, a lot of something. I ain't saying you. I'm just saying a lot of these so-called media experts of boxing putting all these favorite fighters in instead of utilizing that list for what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I get it because that list is what's supposed to be the guys moving around, but it's not very many guys moving around dominating right now.
That's true.
I mean, if
That's
that's
true.
the case, you have to have Loma with a loss coming off. You have to have Mike, who's all but damn near disappeared since the Spence fight. That'll be there. You know, even even a guy like Josh Taylor right now, I'm struggling to not put him above Tank. I'm like, shit, I want to put him above Tank because he undisputed. But then I think about it like, damn, when you say that about the list, he ain't moved around in no divisions other than 140, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
but
agree
at
with
the
you.
same time, so it's kind of like that. The lists are subjective. They hard to put together right now
Yeah.
because you got guys like Canelo that were PD users that come in and you know, but he's still a great fighter. We still know he's a great fighter, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if we want to say who's the hottest and who's doing the most, it is Canelo. Even though some of the guys we don't agree with some of the opponents, but he's still doing the most right now. I can't deny that. But
It's
I'm just
I
saying, you know,
mean,
boy,
like you said, bro. To be quite honest, the legitimacy of a pound for pound list in this era of boxing, with everybody not fighting fighting the best, and that not having all the politics and all the fucking cheating scandals and different shit right now. To be honest, bro, it really takes away from the luster of a pound for pound list.
yeah, it
No,
does.
right now when I'm thinking about this shit and I'm trying to put a pound for pound list, I'm like the way guys being maneuvered and the way
Mm-hmm.
you know the politics, the best not fighting the best. You got PD users, you got guys using stipulations and all of that shit. You know, like you got companies picking. I'm really quite tired of it. I just want the best fighting the best. I want to
Right.
see Canelo versus Benavidez. I want to see him versus Plant too because shit, that fight there. I want to see him against Charlo. You know, I want to see him against Andre. I want to see that lineup of fights. You
Right.
know, I want to see them guys against each other too. I'm one of the people that believe Jamal Charlo should be getting ready to move up to 168. I know he wants to at least become unified at 160. You know, I'm all for that. Do what you do. It's really his business, his call. But I see him needing to be moving up. You know, but as
Mm.
far as these other
Who you
guys,
saying want
Crawford and Spence,
to be unified at 160?
Jamal Charlo.
Yeah, but
He
he won't
ain't
fight the
getting the
people
fight.
they need to fight.
He got to fight Andre. He
want
want
Triple
a big
G
fight.
Triple G don't want to fight him. He don't want to fight Andre. I mean, who else got a belt?
Yeah.
Somebody else got a belt. Because he ain't got
You got
but
to put the
one.
pride to the side, man. We need
Yeah,
these fights from everybody though. That's
exactly.
what I'm saying. It's making it hard to do pound for pound and all that
I'm
shit.
gonna tell you what I touched on earlier when we had a full panel. We as fans, we gotta realize and understand. Believe it or not, the fighting industry, they paying attention to what we're saying out here. This is the most healthiest pipeline they got of fight fans on YouTube. If you think about it, and everybody come through here at one time or another. Man, my bad, I got all this noise here. But like we were talking about black fighters and all that.
Champion
We
Hart, you
start
right.
showing,
Pacquiao should be on that list. He ain't fought in 2 years, but he should be on that list. He damn sure should be on that list. Pacquiao should be on that list. If Crawford can go without fighting nobody and fighting these people and be on that list, and he can come back at 40 years old
now
and knock
Pacquiao
out Thurman,
should
Pacquiao
definitely
should
be
be
on
on
that
that list.
list because he's still active.
You forget about him because he
You know,
wasn't active.
he hadn't been found guilty of PED use, even though he's suspected. So
I'm honestly after thinking about this, man. I'm honestly tired of the pound for pound list because the fights are not fucking happening. The pound for pound list don't mean shit without the best fights. As a fan, I shouldn't have to be thinking about the business and thinking about what's going on, what is preventing the fight. God damn, I want Crawford versus Spence. You know, I want Spence versus Thurman because I want to see that shit too. You know, but I mean, I want fucking Ugas to fight Sean Porter again, or Spence, or Crawford or Thurman. You know, I want he got a belt. You know, I want Ennis to start getting his shots in there. You know, everybody Ortiz. Like shit, the best motherfuckers need to be fighting the best motherfuckers. Line that shit up and let's see who the best. Like, I mean, Tank. I need to see Tank against Lomachenko. I need to see Tank against
Josh Taylor.
Shakur at 130 if he fighting at 130. You know,
he ain't
I
going
need
back
to
down there.
but that's what I'm saying though. I mean, you still holding the belt there. So I need to see him at 135 against Haney, 135 against Teofimo. You know, 140 against Robert Easter Jr., 140 against Ramirez, Regis. If that's where you fighting, I need to see you against the best. You've been a champion
I'm
forever.
gonna tell you, I think Tank want to fight all them guys you just named. I think it's TMT, man, holding all that up. Tank, you remember when Loma first called out Tank? Tank said he wanted to fight him, and boy, no, you young. You know he old. He trying to get all his fights in right now because he ain't got much left on his career because of his age and all that. Instead of letting the boy get at him. That was the best time to get Loma back then. Loma was more seasoned now than he was then. But Tank is more seasoned now as well. I think Tank hit harder than Teofimo personally.
I think Tank style is perfect to beat Loma. The reason why I say that is because where Loma catches a lot of people trying to get back in between punches and bewilders them because his offense is coming from so many angles. Tank is poised enough to see the punches coming and hit you with the big shots and make it count. And he ain't going Tank gassed in that one fight against Gamboa because Gamboa was hanging on him using all the veteran tricks.
He
and
was hugging like he was veteran
you know,
style like a
yeah.
I watched that fight the other day, man.
Yeah, I honestly think Tank can beat Loma. Loma can beat Tank too, but it's a good fight that needs to be seen. But I think Tank has the style to be able to really punish Loma and actually knock Loma the fuck out. You know,
I think Tank is ready for all them boys at 140 personally, including
I think he ready for everybody at 135. I think he ready for everybody at 135
and 140. I think he can run through them. You know, some fights will be tougher than others. I think he's his IQ, man, and he can box when he wants to, but he can show hit.
I think the hardest fight for him at 140 is Regis right now.
Yeah, that's what
Regis
I think.
I think Regis right now. I want to say Gary Antoine too, because Gary Antoine has a ferociousness about him when he fighting and he got a good fucking chin at him. But
does he hit as hard as Tank though? And can he take Tank? I don't know. I ain't seen that many Gary Antoine's fights. I don't know how good his chin is.
His chin is good as shit, and it's the consistency of him fighting. He's not as talented as Errol as far as skill goes, but when it comes to that relentless punching and being there to hit your ass, he has that dog in it, and he's
a straight up dog. Now I'm gonna tell you, his last fight I saw, he was missing a lot more than I'm used to seeing him miss.
Yeah,
but it might not be normal. I think he's more accurate than what I saw.
Yeah, I 140. I think Regis is the roughest fight for Tank, just because Regis is a guy that,
as a man,
he's a consistent fighter. He has good head movement. He's not like the highest level fighter, the most athletic. He moves around good in the ring. He punches with good power, and he takes it. He got a lot of dog in him. He takes his time in the fight. I haven't seen Regis really get hurt and destroy. He had a good chin on him too, to bring all that to the table.
I agree with you 100%. I think that'd be his toughest fight at 140. I think if Tank hurts Josh Taylor, he gets him out of it, because when he smells blood, he's like a shark, man.
And Josh Taylor had been hurt. I've been watching Josh Taylor. I'm looking at his eyes. His skill set has been saving him, and his jab, his size, his jab have been saving him. He got out early on Regis, but Regis had him looking raggedy down that stretch.
If they had 2 more rounds, it'd been a wrap.
Hey, he had him looking raggedy down the stretch. Regis absolutely started slow as shit. I don't know why Regis started that fight that slow, but he started slow as shit.
It's like he wasn't the same Regis, man. He wasn't Regis of what we were used to, man. Because I had him favored in that fight, to beat Josh. And because I ain't never seen Regis that's seriously hurt or anything, And I've seen him take some hell of a blows, but that make him fight more, And I was shocked how that fight went, man.
I was too. Regis had a great fight. Jay Dixon say he ain't seen Regis call for the Taylor fight. Right after that fight, Regis was calling for the rematch. Right after that fight, he was calling for the rematch. But I think he already realized once he signed with Bob Arum, he been bouncing around from one promotion to the next, and he ain't getting the big fights. I think more than him not responding to Matias, he's more so trying to get the big fights that he can get in line. He's asked for Bud, which I'm surprised that Bob Arum didn't go ahead and give Bud Regis, at 147. He's asked for Bud. He's asked for Tank with that shit. He asked for Broner. He just looking for the big payday fights because he's been in the rough, tough fights. He did the Super Series. He went through Relic. He went through
No, he was asking for Bud before the Super Series though. But Bud was like, I moved on from 140. You gotta come up to 147. You want to fight? Come up to 147. I know Regis wasn't ready to move at that time, but I think that's a fight that he loses. I really do, because Bud is he's different, man.
I don't care if he lose. I don't care if he lose it or not. I just want him to fight.
Having a fight. Yeah. I'm with you on that. But Bud, to me, he got the goods, man. He's hard nosed.
He got the goods. He hard nosed, bro.
Bud is a mean person when he's pissed. You know what I'm saying? And he loved to fight. That's a dude that love to fight. He don't talk a lot, but he love to fight.
Yep. Robert Brown, that's what I was saying. That's another big fight for him. That's another cash fight for him. That's all it is, man. He looking for at least a big fight. For the name that he done put up for himself, for the fights that he been in, at the point that he in his career right now, for a prospect to say Matias is still the borderline prospect going into contender, for me to be trying to contend for another championship, Regis is not a gatekeeper. So you want to take him back the gatekeeper status to he had that career where he fighting for his shit too.
And Regis still want a belt. So,
yeah.
If you're looking to judge your career on where you are and where you're going, you don't want to fight Regis. So stay away from him because he gonna do you in. Regis is not. I thought he was a PBC advised fighter, but he's not. He was just
Regis has been bouncing around. He's been freelance, but that's what I'm saying, Jay Dixon. But right now, where are the belts at 140? He's gonna have to try to challenge for what you calling, or he's gonna have to pick big money fights, which. A fight with Mikey Garcia is a big money fight. A fight with Broner is a big money fight. A fight with Robert Easter or something, seasoned champion that got a name. He's gonna want to pick for those fights. He's looking for a money fight. That's what I'm saying, Jay Dixon. He's looking for a money fight.
Yeah, the Mikey Garcia fight looks like it's going to happen, but that Adrian Broner fight, I don't think we're going to see that.
Yeah, I can't blame. I want to see the Matias fight, but the Mikey Garcia fight is still a good fight for him. Mikey Garcia was a champion at 140. So if I had to pick between Matias or Mikey Garcia, I'm like shit. I'll take Mikey Garcia, and it's a cash fight.
And there's a legendary Hall of Fame name on your resume.
I mean, it's a good name on your resume, and then shit in line with that, you know the WBC are gonna be looking at. He gonna go up the WBC rankings, and then shit, somebody like Matias, if he gets put in the eliminator with him, then so be it. But you just had you a big money fight and got your money off because right now these last few fights, man, he ain't been getting no money fights. It been some bullshit fights. He been trying to scrap his way back out of that.
You think Regis will go up and after Earl move out the welterweight division?
You don't think if he I'm answering Jay Jay Dixon, you don't think if Mikey Garcia that he's gonna go up on the rankings, especially in the WBC where Mikey Garcia has been a poster child. That's what got the IBF. The WBC tried to give Mikey Garcia, gave Mikey Garcia belts for the Errol fight, and gave him a belt for the Jesse Vargas fight. Regis Prograis is campaigning. He's already been a WBC in a WBC program when he came up with his belt the last time. So he's trying to move further up that list. So he's next in line. If Josh Taylor does not move up, and if that belt comes open one way or the other, he is the mandatory. But not having to fight it, but with a money fight. I mean, that only makes sense. Mikey Garcia is a big name. So if he makes that fight over Matias, I'm not mad at it. But after Mikey Garcia, Matias, Ramirez, Josh Taylor, all of them fights, I want to see them. Robert Brown, Garcia don't have to be ranked in that. They just gave Garcia a bite at a belt at 147. They always cater to Mikey. Mikey a name. If Regis Prograis beats Mikey Garcia and beats that fighter with that big name, and that was a champion at 140 when he left 140, it's gonna move him up the rankings.
Plus the loss to Earl really don't
fracture
his resume at all.
That's the only loss that he got. Usually with this would be something good if it was a fighter like Regis himself. If it was him fighting Adrian Broner, you say yeah, it's just a money fight. Nobody put stake in Adrian name for him beating people of good quality. But Mikey has one loss to Earl at 147 and came back and beat Jesse Vargas. And they put a belt on the line there.
Now, what belt they put up for him and Jesse Vargas?
Some kind of bullshit belt they made for that Vargas fight. They made some kind of bullshit champion belt. It wasn't the
WBC.
The WBC did, yeah. They put up a bullshit. They put up a bullshit belt for that. It's a fucking it's a trophy belt. Is what it really is. What it really is. But they made a belt also, the Emeritus belt, whatever that shit is, for the Errol Spence belt fight. Mikey is aligned with the WBC. If Mikey says that he's dropping down to fight somebody at 140 like Regis, they are automatically going to rank him, just like they automatically put other fighters in the rankings. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Mikey is a name. If he getting $7 million for a Vargas fight, plus the sanctioning bodies are following him around, you know, keeping that name relative with him, then if you beat him, if you're the fighter that beats him, and you only have one loss, and you've been in a big fight before at 140, and they can possibly get another big fight out of you. That rematch that rematch with Josh Taylor possibly, if he becomes mandatory, it has name recognition and it has a history behind it. Him back in the top 4-5 fighters at 140, that was a war of a fight. It was a damn good fight. So him giving Mateus that shot right now at this particular time, if he can get fights like go at Ramirez, Ramirez only has one loss. If he can go at Mikey Garcia, if he can go at Josh Taylor, he's gonna take those fights first. Jay Dixon, I'm not gonna say it won't happen like that. That shit. This boxing. That's the bullshit that we talking about, you know. But as long as he's in there with a big name and a big fight, I'm not mad at it that it's not Matias. You know, I'm not saying that my whole thing is he doesn't necessarily have to fight Matias right now. We're not gonna call him a duck for choosing Mikey Garcia, Ramirez, or Taylor, or one of those, or Tank over Matias at this point right now. You know, he earned that. You know, just like I'm not gonna call Errol Spence a duck for well, you might be right on that, Jay Dixon. You might be right on that. But I'm not gonna call Errol Spence a duck when he in line to fight for Undisputed for not looking back over his shoulder and turning around and going fight Ennis. You know, I'm not gonna call him that. I'm not gonna call Crawford a duck for not go fight Ennis, even though people are looking at Crawford because they're like, you ain't got no fight. But nah, I'm not gonna call him a duck for not turning around and going fight Ennis. You know, the same way now. Porter, Danny Garcia, Thurman, shit, they can give Ennis or Ortiz a shot.
Yeah, that's where it needs to be.
No, any one of them can give Ortiz a shot. Yeah, if they want to do a comment, if they want to set up the Kavaliauskas, which is who's supposed to be in line for Ortiz, I'm good. I'm good with that at this point of their career. You know, those are the guys that are trying to stay off that gatekeeper line and get back in contention. You don't want to beat that young, bad and up and coming fighter.
Right.
Crawford fighting Zepeda, that shit is trash.
Yeah, I hope Crawford don't agree to that fight.
No, he fighting. That's who he's gonna fight. That's who he's fighting.
He's wasting his time, man. Unless he's just trying to do a throwaway last fight for Bob Arum, and he's gonna move on after that.
Yeah,
that's a bad look. That's a bad look, man. He ain't done nothing, just kill his career with him, man.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I mean Zepeda, but Zepeda got gifted the fucking fight against what's my man name?
Last fight. I forgot his name, but he didn't look good at all.
Homie that Crawford beat up. What's his name? It's not Bundle, it's Bundage. No, it's not. It wasn't Leonard Bundage.
No.
What's that dude? It's not Bundle. It's not Bundage. It's
That's what Earl beat anyway.
Yeah. But man, what his fucking name, bro? Lundy, Hank Lundy. Yes, Hank Lundy. Yeah, Lundy won that fight, bro.
Yeah.
Zepeda didn't win that fucking fight. Lundy won that fight.
Lundy probably looked like he was serious for a minute.
Yeah, at one point Lundy was gas, but that was a dragging style fight. That Zepeda will get busy at times. Lundy will just keep him missing and shit. Then Lundy will turn up and get off some good fucking punches on him, have him looking raggedy for a minute. But Lundy was trying to pace himself, trying to maintain himself as an older fighter, you know, and not really being a consistent fighter.
London wasn't supposed to win that fight anyway.
Yeah, but in my eyes, watching that fight, I really had London winning, and I don't see Zepeda being no competition.
What I saw, I'm gonna look at it again because I think I dozed off a couple times. But what I saw of it, London was winning.
Yeah,
he was looking good to me. Compared to for a guy who hadn't had a fight in a while, compared to a guy who's been fighting lately and who had a knockout. A hell of a knockout fight, knockout drag out, what do you call it, knockout drag out type of fight in his last fight before that.
Yeah, Robert Brown, I agree with that. But in between him waiting for a title shot, why shouldn't he get a money fight? Why shouldn't he be looking for a money fight? The whole thing that we're discussing right now is him not looking back and saying, "Okay, I'm gonna go fight Matias." Why does he have to fight Matias right now when he's got money fights in front of him and he's been scrapping trying to get his way back to the top? That's not going to be like he's still going to fight a top fighter. We're looking at Matias proving himself, but this guy has top fighters that he can fight. So I'm not mad at a fighter for taking a top fight. You know, a Ramirez, a Mikey Garcia, Taylor, if that would have presented itself, which I doubt that presents itself at all. AB, that's just a money grab. I mean, that fight is more the shit talking anyway. Quality of it, AB is just a money grab right now. Yeah, he the guy who killed somebody in the ring. Yep, he a damn good fighter. And I mean, guys like Ramirez right now that don't have a top fight lined up if him and Reach is not.
I think AB is on his way to rehab. Man.
Oh, okay. My bad, Robert Brown. I got you. But yeah. Zapata just like, man, I like the knockout drag out with Baranachek. That shit was entertaining because it was like so many knockdowns and it was the heart being shown. But to be in a fight that went to the wire with Hank Lundy after that, like, and then for Crawford, who easily dispatched of Hank Lundy, for you to come back a fighter that Lundy a shell of himself, and he stuck with Zapata, and for you to come back years later and fight this fighter, bro, that Top Rank don't even give a fuck about the fans, and that's one of those fights I can say I'm not gonna watch, bro. It ain't no viewership coming to that fight for Crawford against fucking Zapata, bro.
That's you can watch it later type fight.
Yeah, he took that fight to stay busy, but that shit was, man. Bud ain't leaving Top Rank, bro. Bud ain't leaving no fucking Top Rank, bro. Bud going at everybody else. Why would a man that's finna leave a company be going at everybody else? He talking shit to everybody else, dismissing every fight. Every other promotional company ain't shit. They fighters ain't shit. Ain't got nothing to offer him. Nobody has shit to offer him. He damn sure ain't coming to PBC because he got too big of an ego. Like, that's a bullshit ass fight, bro. Like Zapata, I'm like you, Robert Brown. I hope Zapata don't take the fight and say fuck no. I'm holding on to my number one spot for the mandatory spot. But 9 times out of 10, shit, Top Rank will force him or shelf him. Because it's like, shit, no, you on our program. Either you gonna fight Bud because this is another possible big fight, and Taylor is fighting a mandatory already, and we're not gonna force him to fight back-to-back mandatories without having a big fight, or you gonna fight for that big fight. You fight Bud and beat Bud.
Now Zapata just moved up to 140 or 147.
No, Zapata been at 140.
So he moved up to 147. He ain't gonna get locked. He gonna get mollywopped at 147.
Zapata at 140 at one. Now they trying to move him. Yeah, they trying to move him up to one. I don't know if they trying to move him up to 147 or if Terrence is going back down to 140 for that Josh Taylor undisputed fight again. You know, I don't know how that's gonna go. But Zapata got beat by Maurice Hooker. He had to come. Maurice Hooker had to come back, but Maurice Hooker came from behind and beat Zapata.
Now, that was a fight that we didn't see between Regis and Hooker. That's a fight we didn't see there.
I hate that we didn't get that fight. They
Yeah.
bullshitted so long, and both of them drop out of contingency. That should have been a fucking fight, Maurice Hooker and Regis. That should have been the fight. When he was messing with the zone, and Regis was on the zone too, I
Yeah.
really thought that was gonna be the fight.
Yeah, it looked like it was gonna be done. I forget what happened. They didn't make it happen.
I want Regis Ramirez too, bro. I want that Regis Ramirez fight too. I want Regis Ramirez. I
Yeah,
want
I still want to see that too.
I want a rematch of Regis and Taylor. I do want a rematch of Regis versus Taylor. You know,
All those fights make sense to me. Bud and Josh Taylor don't make sense to me at all.
and Matias versus Regis is another good fight too. If he can't secure the fight, you know, that is another good fight. The him versus Gary Antoine Russell. Those are the tough fights, but they got to build them up. And the fucked up part about it, the promotional companies are not building up fighters no more. They letting social media do it. They letting YouTube do it and Instagram do it. They not fucking building these fighters up, man. They not ESPN. Ever since ESPN actually got into the fight game, they not going around and saying, "Hey, this is the big bad fight. These are the top fighters right here." You know, they pound for pound list don't reflect that, and don't reflect the possibility of these two fighters colliding here and these fighters colliding. This division looks like this. Max Kellerman not giving those breakdowns of, "Hey, the 140 division right now is on fire. We have some great possible fights of Matias, up and comer, Gary Antoine, up and comer. Taylor is undisputed right now, but Ramirez is still there, and Regis is still there, and Crawford may possibly come back down, and Mikey Garcia could come back down, and Robert Easter Jr. is still there." Like, they not giving us those breakdowns to keep it exciting, to keep the fighter names out there and stuff. You know, the promotional companies are not putting together the little all access, you know, in between fights and promoting. They're not doing that shit no more. You know, shit, cameras right now, they not attaching the fighters to big events that like the ESPY awards and all of that shit. They're not campaigning for the fight of the year and campaigning for more awards for the boxers and combat sports fighters to where they get more recognition on those platforms. They're not doing that shit. Jamal Greer. The night he fell off, man. Greer fell the fuck off. I thought he was gonna be something special. He had the night thing going on, and then he started to really show his lapses in his defense, where he is very fluent with his defense at times, and he has good punching power. But those defensive lapses that he have, and him getting into where he's so predictable, he has gotten to the point now where I'm like, damn, I thought he was gonna be a whole lot more. His focus ain't been there.
Right.
I thought he was gonna be a whole lot more.
It's like he's the little brother to Shakur now.
You say what? Yep. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, he's like Shakur's little brother.
I thought he was gonna be on that level.
He's ahead of Shakur. Yeah, he's older. Been professional longer.
Yeah. I thought he was bringing the pillow to the ring in '99. He had a nice little streak going, and shit. It just, I would like to see him against somebody like Dog Bay. You know, I would like to see him against somebody like Dog Bay, or something like that. Yeah, Dog Bay's a decent fighter, but that's the type of fights that he need to say, okay, either I'm on this level or I'm not on this level. He just made his comeback. He got him another win. I would like to see that fight. Dog Bay has proven to be He's a durable fighter, but he just not.
He's not consistent in it.
He's not a lead. He's not a champion. He's a one-time champion, but he's not that consistent championship fighter.
His problem is he get hit too much. He allows himself to be hit too much.
I hate to call Dogboy a gatekeeper, but that's what he is right now. He been on the other like Robert Brown and best pugilists have said in the past and other brothers. He been on that side of the fence where he's been a champion and he know what it looked like. So he's the gatekeeper. So if what you call him want to make a real run, those are the type of guys that he got to start fighting. Those are the type of guys that he got to start fighting. He got to fight the Dogboys. He got to fight the what's the guy, man? That was a construction worker that had won the championship over the tall fighter. You got to fight those type of guys. That tall fighter that was there at 122, 126. Ray, not Ray Vargas, but the other one. You know, that's true. That's why I kind of worried about Tank at 140. I mean, Tank is a 5'5" fighter, 5'6" at best. Fighting at 140, I'm thinking like shit. You know, they talking about Tank. Go ahead.
I think this is his last weight division, though.
I just don't see him moving up to 147 unless he find a secondary title at 147. Like one of those the IBF mandatory. What's that guy that's been there for the IBF that won't take his that wouldn't take his IBF fight? I've Manikov or some shit like that. I've made a call, you know, that didn't take his shit. Unless he finds some guy like that, no. Mm-mm. Yes, that dude right there. That dude right there. Shit, you know, I can't see it. I just can't see him going up and fighting nobody like that. I can't. That's the only person that I can see Tank fighting at 147 right now. Tank just not that. He not that big, bro. You know, that's showing that he had against Barrios. Like I was like, hell yeah, he did that. You know, going against Josh Taylor at 140. Josh Taylor just looks to me like he's just a little bit away. He's been just a little bit away from really getting his ass knocked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's in his eyes. He get that deer in headlight looks at some point in time. But he has a safety blanket in that long ass jab of his, and he'll jab your ass to death and get on his bike and get his confidence back. And he's back in your ass. Shit, I give Inoue credit for that Donaire fight. That Donaire fight was, man. Yeah. That was a fucking fight, bro. I'll give Inoue credit for that fight.
Yeah. Donaire is supposed to be rejuvenated, man.
Yeah. I want to see Inoue versus Rigo. I want to see him versus Casemiro. I want to see Inoue go up to 122, fight Fulton. I want to see him against Aleem. I want to see him against Brandon Figueroa. I want to see I don't know how the fuck Brandon Figueroa make 122. That boy whole hip bones be showing, rib cage be showing, like that boy be so fucking small at 122, man. God damn, he be so small at 122 for come weigh in, you know. But yeah, I want to see Inoue move up and fight those guys at 122. You know, I want to see him move up and fight those guys at 122 after he done with this 118 that 118 class. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing Rigo in the mix again at 122. But they got a nice little nice little thing going. 4 fighters. It's another fighter down there at 122 that's got belts too that we never talk about. He's a foreigner. Let's see, what's his name? We never talk about him. He's got one of those funny names. Let's see. La, 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 la. 122. Let's see. That's what it is. Akhmadov. Madaliv, whatever his name is. He's a WBA champion. Yeah, he's a WBA champion, and we never really talk about him. I wouldn't mind seeing, after they get this whole undisputed shit together there, I wouldn't mind seeing a Nui move up and fight one of them.
Remember
Move up.
at the end of the Norway and Donaire fight for the World Series of Boxing, the World Boxing Series or whatever series. I mean, remember at the end of that fight, they were trying to hand a I think it was a WBC belt, some kind of belt they were trying to have, but he turned it down. He said, "Oh no."
I don't know. They might have been trying to franchise him or give him that Immortus
Something
shit.
they were trying to do. That's what I was wondering if it was a franchise too, but I didn't remember the conversation about it. I know they're trying to hand him something, and he turned it down. Like, I want this.
That's what I'm talking about. Robert Brown, those are those fights right there, man. Like, take them dudes, take a dude like that been sitting on that fucking mandatory position. Get him out of there. Get him out of the way, bro. He didn't want to take that fight.
What was that?
He could have been Errol comeback fight off of the car wreck that Abdul Kaharov. Yeah, he could have been the Abdul Kaharov. Yeah, I'm fucking up that name. He could have been the mandatory for Errol Spence off of the car wreck. But shit, before they could even negotiate with him, he said, "Nah, I'm not ready." He turned it down. Well, why the fuck you in there in that place? You know. But I am, that Ortiz against Kavaliauskas. I'm interested to see if Ortiz is really that, because Ortiz is another one of those fighters that I feel like Hooker was showing something with him when he was working the jab and he was hitting him, even though he didn't really just get his shit off and get it going. You know, I felt like shit at that point in time. Whatchamacallit wasn't really pulling way ahead of him. He wasn't really just pulling way away from him. He was giving him that good side of body work, and he was strong there, but he wasn't pulling away from Hooker like I thought he should have been pulling away from Hooker with the work that he was doing. So a guy like Kavaliauskas that's strong, I want to see it. That part right there, God Body Sports. I didn't see him being able to adjust and not get hit with the shit that Hooker was able to hit him with and the power shots, and it was like it didn't. Yeah. Rashidi. See, now we're naming some good fights. Rashidi against Conor Benn. You know, not only that, shit, Conor Benn can get it from Ennis. That's another good. That's an international fight right there that gives you recognition across seas. Shit, but Rashidi need his spot in there. Jamal James got to start fighting some of these. Those are the guys that need to be fighting the Ortizes and Ennises right there. Jamal James, Conor Benn, fucking where the fuck Josh Kelly go? He just gone now. You know, the whatever. I gotta read this fucking name to say this shit. Aduka Harov, those guys right there are taking those positions and need to be fighting. The Abel Ramos can fight fucking Ennis. Omar Figueroa can fight Ennis and Ortiz. Those are the guys that need to be fighting them guys right now. Those guys need to Jamal. All them guys need to be fighting. Need to be fighting Ennis and them as they moving on up to their road. You know, they know all the belts are tied up right now in big fights, and they know they not getting those fights. Though the mandatory fights have been fought already. You know, it's just not gonna happen unless they're gonna give Ugas and Jamal James his shot right now. But then, I mean, shit. It don't seem like Uga's gonna fight, man. I don't know who the fuck.
That's who Terrence should have been fighting.
Yeah. You say what?
That's who Bud Terrence Crawford should have been fighting. Ooh,
But no, Al Heyman them took that shit off the table for him fast.
I know.
You're not finna get another edge in this shit because you talking shit and you ain't really trying to you really saying the fight ain't gonna happen. So shit, they trying to say that belt for Errol, but it's like I do not want to see Abel Ramos, not right now, against Ugas. Put Keith Thurman in that bitch because at least if Keith Thurman win, I know that's a big fight and that fight will most likely happen. If Abel Ramos beat Ugas for that fight, his team gonna try to get a couple fights with him as a champion to try to get him some paydays. If other fighters come in and get that fight with Ugas and beat Ugas with that fight, they gonna try to get some more paydays. If it's gonna be a fight that's gonna be a competitive fight and gonna be on that card, it need to be Sean Porter or Keith Thurman. I'm not really big on the Sean Porter rematch because Sean Porter didn't give him his rematch. That's why I say Keith Thurman. Ugas really beat Keith Thurman, but Ugas got the belt right now. I mean not Keith Thurman, Sean Porter.
I call it good too.
Yeah, I feel like he beat him, but I just don't.
Look like Sean lost. Look like Sean lost that fight to me too. I need to see it again, but just didn't look good before in that fight.
Yeah, I think the only thing that Porter had going with him, if he was a ring general when he went in and when he boxed and he was sticking and moving and hitting Ugas. When he stepped off, Ugas wasn't willing to push the fight to him. Ugas was talking about, come on, fight. No, motherfucker, go get him. You the bigger guy. He was so busy wanting to fight off the back foot, he didn't even want to go after Sean. So I think that was a big thing for me that probably swayed the judges. See, J.A. Dixon just came in and said the same thing. Ugas lost because he sat back and watched, and that's the only thing that I saw that swayed that fight. But otherwise, I had Ugas really winning that fight. But he said he didn't jump on Sean.
Yeah, he had Sean's respect too.
Yeah, he respected Sean way too much. He didn't jump on him.
No, I'm saying Sean was respecting Ugas.
Yeah, he wasn't respecting the fight. Ugas is a big fighter, bro. Ugas 5'10", you know, like shit 5'10", 5'11". And he's solid.
Mm-hmm. He should just move in on Sean, man.
Sean wasn't even God body in that fight. Sean wasn't even overly aggressive. It was just the fact that he was active. He was punching, and he was showing the feints and making Ugas react to him, sticking and moving, turning Ugas out on the angles and shit. Like Sean was boxing his ass off in that fight. It just was born because he feinted Ugas into freezing most of the fight. Foot feints including hand and foot feints. He was double jab, double jump at Ugas, and shit. Ugas will just freeze, and then he get his work off and get back on his bike. Yep.
Yeah, like you said, he was standing there waiting, calling them to him too much instead of going out.
He froze him. That's why I said, I mean, Ugas to me arguably beat him on the punch count and just getting off those solid punches. But the work that Sean was getting off and the way he was freezing and shit and being the champion and being able to be a ring general and dictate the pace and everything, that's what won in the fight. That's another you looking at it, I was finna say that. I was just about to say that's another one that we probably need to watch together. That ability for Sean to box that they say Sean had, that he been showing a little bit more in these last few fights. He showed that against Ugas. It just doesn't look as pretty as what we used to seeing Sean do. But yeah, man, I mean, shit, it's too many good fights to be made right now. Like shit, hell, even a Sean Porter versus Jamal James. You want to? Well, no. Well, yeah. I mean, those are the fights. Fuck it. It's the big fights. Y'all guys that's 3 through 10 fight each other. We know these top two guys is trying to figure out how they gonna get the undisputed. You got the big fight with Manny Pacquiao. The top 3 guys. Let's just say that, because Ugas right now is in that 4. Ugas is 4. So Crawford, we don't know who he fighting. Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence fighting. Ugas got a belt. Ugas gonna want to get in that mix next, and get a big payday. Everybody else, shit. Ugas fought for that position against Ramos. He just got into that position. So he just got into that position. He gonna want to fight. Somebody like Jamal James, who was elevated to that position and didn't win that position, hey, go ahead right now and get your scratch with a decent fighter. Give us a Ennis. Jamal James should have fought Ennis. He'll probably fight Castillo Clay or something. Clayton. Man, Colbert, no bullshit. I want to see this unification at 126 with Leo, and then I want to see with Leo and Russell, and then I want to see one of them move up to 130 and fight and fight Colbert. Wait, that fight was at 135. That last fight, huh? With Colbert.
Colbert had an issue with weight, I think, in that last fight, didn't he?
That's Shacky Foster. That's a good fight right there. Robert Brown, you got it. Robert Brown, you got it. Shacky Foster. That's a good fight. Damn, Gamboa was going all the way down to 130. I thought Gamboa was fighting at 135. I know he can make 130, but shit, hell, he ain't fought at 130 since he had fought Crawford at 135, and then he fought Tank at 135. So I just knew that next fight, when he was supposed to have been fighting Colbert before he pulled out, that it was gonna be at 135. I thought Colbert was fighting at 135 that last fight.
I was gonna be 130. And I think Colbert initially missed weight by half a pound or something, didn't he?
Well, of course he was missed weight.
I think he ended up getting it, but he missed by half a pound initially.
But of course he would miss weight. That's what I was just saying. Because I thought that Gamboa fight was scheduled at 130. 135. But when Gamboa pulled out, they had a replacement come in. So I'm guessing that he had to offset and try to lose that last 5 pounds and make 130.
I thought it was always at 130. I
don't know. Gamboa, all the last fights that I've seen Gamboa, he been fighting at 135. So I was hearing 135 first. Jay Dixon, Robert Brown. Was the original fight scheduled at 130 against Gamboa?
I don't see your boy being a headliner at 135 though.
No, not at all. I don't think he can survive. I don't think he can swim with them sharks at 135. I don't see him swimming with Tank, Teofimo, with Haney. What the fuck? Shit, Shakur at 130. Shakur at 130.
Yeah, Shakur. It's gonna grow from there though.
Appreciate y'all. Yeah, shit. I just was assuming from his last fights that it was 135, and I had heard rumors of it supposed to be there, but 130. Shit, I believe y'all too. I know y'all got the scoop. But yeah, shit. I mean, Cobra, he can shit. Well, Shakur on what you call him right now. Let's see. All the 130 fights is over there except for the all the 130 fights is really over there on Top Rank.
Yep. The biggest fights over there.
Yeah, the biggest fight. So Shaqy Foster is the big fight. That makes sense, Jay Dixon, because he been at 135 and he got older, and then he had that injury. Shit, putting that wear and tear on him. No matter if it done healed up or not, he probably still get a little aching pain in it. All them old camps that he done been through. Shit, trying to cut down and make 135, even though he not the biggest guy. 130. Like shit. That's what I was saying, Jay Dixon. But everybody, Tank not going back down to 130, but he still got a belt at 130. He still got a belt at 130. And shit, if Tank can make 130 after them comments that Cobra just made, they might feed his ass to Tank. They might feed his ass to Tank. You know that's how PBC roll. You get out of line, they'll feed your ass. But I was thinking to myself, I wouldn't mind seeing Gary Russell and Leo go for it. And if Gary Russell beat Leo, then I wouldn't mind seeing Gary Russell come up and fight fight Tank. They've been talking that shit. They got a backstory. It's a big fight.
That'll be a sellable fight between two brothers right there.
The question is I doubt Tank will go back down to 130 for Gary Russell, and he probably will give up that belt. But that fight at 135, how do y'all think Gary Russell is a small guy? I know he rehydrates up there, but shit, I would like to. Well, 135, I can see Gary Russell at 135.
Don't forget he was calling out Bud. He was talking about the 135, 140 or something like that. 140, I think.
Jay Dixon say throw Scary Gary right in that bag with Bud. He just yapping. Yeah. Shakur's supposed to hook up. Shakur and Herring's supposed to hook up with each other. Ain't they supposed to hook up in October or something? Or in October or September? Yeah, I think Shakur and Herring's supposed to hook up in October or September. I thought that's what they were aiming for. I do know that Rich Collin was trying to step in on that fight though. Valdez was trying to get Herring, but shit, if Valdez get that belt and unify with Herring, he gonna run like a motherfucker from Shakur. Shit, after that fight Shakur just had, everybody talked all that shit. Hell, They should be jumping at the bit to fight. Chomping at the bit to fight. Shakur. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy how they do that shit with the super champions and shit. How everybody got to fight and the super champions and what's that like WBC silver champions? Like the silver champion got to fight all the mandatories. Man, I don't know. With Gary, man, it's upsetting to watch Gary ride that pine like that and sitting on the bench. You know, like shit, man. Need you
I
need him
think
to really.
I I, I truly think Gary hurts himself in negotiations, man.
I mean, it's starting to seem like that's the truth. It's starting to just seem like that's the truth, man. Yeah. Well, man, it's almost 6 o'clock here, bro, and I got to get me a few hours of sleep. Shit here, and I'm gonna be fixing brakes and shit today for my daughter on her car. She get ready to go to college here real soon, so yeah, I'll be fixing brakes and shit on her car for her today. So I'm gonna get me some rest, bro. But hey, y'all have a good one, man. Always good chopping it up with y'all. Salute to the whole chat, man. Salute to you, Cento. Salute to TBS Boxes.
All right, Eli. Salute to TBS, the panel that was on earlier. All of the chat from last night to this morning. Appreciate y'all always. You guys are always great company. In my time of need, when I'm out on the road. So I appreciate it. Everyone be safe. Have a great day. And we'll talk up again on the next episode. I need my breakfast. Get it all out. All right, Eli.